What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time.
Lobo Nation is on Jack FM. KOOI, Jacksonville, Tyler, Longview.
106.5 Jack FM presents the John King Coaches Show.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview.
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Lobo Football and the John King Coaches Show. I'm Harlan, the sports guy, along with my partner, Pigskin Bob. Let's bring in Coach John King to the Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Buick Fiat in Longview. John King Coaches Show with 199 victories, and you've told me every time you see me, Harlan, all I want is 200 victories. If I could get anything, Harlan, it's got to be that big 200.
Well, not hardly. Everybody knows you're full of it. I've always told you it's about being 1-0 every week, and that's what we preach to our kids, and that's what we're focused on getting done tonight.
Absolutely, and I know it's one game at a time, and you epitomify that, and I respect that. But do stop. It is a milestone. 200 victories. Did you ever think you'd be around this long?
Not really. I wasn't sure I'd make it past the first game. We were down 15-3 to Marshall at halftime, so yeah.
Well, I was going to say, would you tell us about the first victory?
Well, as a home game, we had to move to Kilgore because our turf wasn't finished.
Crazy.
So, we have reserved tickets that we've sold, and our home fans have to go sit in a general admissions seat at a visitor stadium. And we're down 15-3 at half. We'd had Malcolm Kelly was a senior that year, and he turned his ankle on the second play, so there went half the play call sheet for that game. Right. And then the second half, we got in old Lobo formations, and we ran behind a guy named Trent Williams,
future NFL Hall of Famer.
Probably so. If he ain't a Hall of Famer, then he need to quit, having it.
No, he will be.
He ought to be. And he handed the ball to a guy named Chris Ivory and Vondrell McGee.
Right.
And ran for about 300 yards and beat them 41-15. So having good players really helps.
Brilliant coaching.
Yeah, that's great coaching.
That's what it was.
And, and I'll tell people often, I ain't never won a game. It's about this program winning. It's coaches, and it's our players, and it's our athletic trainers, our administration. It's everybody that's involved that helps, make Lobo football what it is. Whether it's booster clubs, community support, we're in a good place, and you got a lot of really good players, a lot of support, and a lot of pride and tradition in school, and there's an expectation. The expectation is to win.
Was that first win kind of then ingrained in your DNA? We're going to run the ball. Look, we won a football game.
Well,
we're just now. I'm going to put it on, and then fast forward.
You know what's crazy is that most of that offense I was talking about was juniors. I had coached them the year before on the sub-varsity on JV, and knew how talented they were. I knew we had a chance to be really special coming through that class, and so we knew we could run it, and it's a matter of committing to it and doing it. But you also had some really good receivers you had to get the ball to. Malcolm Kelly being one of them. So we got him healthy. Everything kind of fell in place.
Did Pat Collins, did he come over and tussle your hair and say, "It's okay, son, we're going to get him in the second half"?
Not hardly.
Yeah.
That wasn't his spirit.
He was nervous because he had recommended me for the job.
Buck up,
as the
son.
first time head coach, and then he's run his neck out there on getting a turf field, and it's late getting installed and having issues with it. So, he's
fans are patient with stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Not at all.
He's not getting any phone calls or anything, but he weathered the storm with me. He wrote it out. And
turn that frown upside down, Coach. It's all good.
Big jaw, Levi, britches, the sands.
He was hiking in britches up.
It's not about wins. We're out here for fun.
Well,
it's not about wins.
He had confidence in me, so it meant the world. But he dang sure gave me his opinion after the game. So he did not bother me during the game.
You won big. You came back in the second half and won big. And then
he let me know just how tight he got during the game. I can tell you that.
Yeah, you had me worried, boy. I thought I was going to have to fire you at halftime. And then you get victory 199 last week against Marshall. You went 1-0 last week, Coach.
Yeah, we did.
And talk about the game.
We played pretty good. I think defensively we did a good job of leveraging their formations most of the night. They give you so many different looks. They're hard to prepare for. They play so fast. And they're coming from everywhere. And I thought we played pretty good. Gave up, a couple of plays I wish we had not because we were not lined up correctly. And then offensively, I thought, pretty effective night. We mixed in the run with a pass, and we were able to run the ball with some effectiveness and really set up the play action. And I thought Jordan played well. The offensive line played extremely well. Elijah Johnson, Taylor Tatum had big nights for us, as well as some of the other running backs. They got into action there in the second half.
What part of your team has improved the most since you started been playing football this year?
This year, it's going to kind of be hard to say, but I've been proud of our offensive line just because we've had some struggles the last couple of years with inexperience and youth, and these guys they're playing like they know what the heck they're doing. I mean, it's not a new play every play. I mean, we get different looks. We're picking up most everything we see. It's communication. It's playing with pride, playing as a unit. I think our tight ends can be included in that. Angel Ramos and Jamerson Darrensburg. So I've been proud of them. And then defensive line, iron sharpens iron. People hadn't been able to run the ball on us because of those guys, and linebackers fitting. But I think I would have to say those two because everybody knows about the secondary. They're all back. Everybody knows about Jalen Hell and Taylor Tatum, Jordan Allen, because, they get the limelight. The line of scrimmage is where you win ball games, and you can decide the team's fate.
Absolutely. And you coached against Jack Alvarez. I know it's not the first time y'all coached against each other, longtime friends, but here it is, Longview Marshall, 112th meeting. Dr. Susan Els is in the stands. Harlan and Bob are talking about it. It's got to be crazy. How was it? What'd you say after the game to your old friend Smiling Jack?
Oh, Jack, it's always going to be cordial with Jack. I think they're going to be a good team. I think they're going to get people fits. They're only going to get better. I can tell you, the kids get adjusted to the scheme. Keep believing in what they're doing. Those running backs run extremely hard. There were a couple of pass plays they can connect on. They get better at throwing the ball. And they're going to play good defense. So they're going to get people fits. But Jack's a great coach, and it's always going to be a tough game when you match up with him.
If he stays there long enough and you stay here long enough, he's going to get one, isn't he? Against the Lobos. Someday. What were we talking about?
I can tell you what, I ain't going to give it to him.
That's right. He's going to know he earned it.
You may think he is. I think he ain't.
Coach John King at a loss for words, everybody.
He's going to know he earned
believe
it.
What you want to believe. I'm betting on the Lobos.
I'm not giving him one.
I ain't giving him any.
No.
What'd he say? He didn't care if his mama coached the Lobos. He wanted to win.
That's right.
And that's how Jack is.
That's right.
I don't look. I want to be his
John King. If his mother's coaching him Marshall, right? She's got to go down.
That's right.
All right. Let's take a break. Come back and get ready for the 60-something meeting between the Legacy Red Raiders and the Longview Lobos, and we'll do that on the John King Coaches Show, presented by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Fiat in Longview, on your home for Longview Lobo football, 106.5 Jack FM.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Experience fun and freedom with the legendary Jeep line at Peters, built with you in mind and ready for adventure. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve your next new Jeep with the options you want. Peters Jeep in Longview.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Did you know that you can make your current home your perfect home with an ECU home equity loan? Need another room? Want to remodel the kitchen or just need repairs? Whatever your situation, we've got a loan for that. Whether you have a lot of equity in your home or just a little, Eastman Credit Union has a home equity loan option that's right for you. Visit ecu.org/home equity to learn more or apply today. ECU is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Bish's RV is a bit new around here, so we have questions. What exactly is bigger in Texas? Is it really everything, or is it just high school football? We can't wait to see for ourselves every Friday night with our Longview Lobos family. Bish's is built on family, and fun, and lifelong memories. Sounds like football in Texas, right? So we got your back every pregame, tailgate, postgame, after party, and everything in between. Go Lobos! Bish's RV, where memories begin.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
How did hiring the right person become so difficult? Well, it doesn't have to be. Alpha Digital already has targeted databases built to very qualified candidates that are just looking for the right opportunity. That allows you to target exactly who you're trying to reach with a budget that is customized just for you. Learn about all the possibilities by going to alphamediadigital.com today. Find your next star employee with alphamediadigital.com.
Harlan, the sports guy, Pigskin Bob, Coach John King on the John King Coaches Show, presented by Peter Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, and Fiat in Longview. Thanks for joining us. We got kickoff coming up here in just a few minutes. We're wrapping up things with Coach John King. Before we get to legacy, everyone loves Haynes King. We're all Aggie fans when he's got the ball, and got a win, not his first win, but got a win this past week, and that had to be a lot of relief for him. I know the pressure's a pressure cooker. And you throw one interception, they're ready to, bench you. But he does get the win. And how was he after the game?
He was fine. The Aggies played well. I thought defensively, it shut them out. They were very impressive. Played a lot of young kids. Offensively, they moved the ball down the field, threw a lot of deep balls. Didn't run the ball very good. But, Haynes was pleased. But, the favorite player on the team, second string quarterback.
Right.
That's on any team. Why ain't he playing? Put him in. Just one of those deals. I'm sure there's a couple of balls Haynes wish he had back. But there are also some great throws he made. So he's having fun playing. Heck, a lot more fun than Daddy does in the stands, I can tell you that. Every time we're on offense,
is it torture?
It's yes.
Yeah.
Do you?
And it's not the people around me. It's just wanting your son to do good. Yeah, just wanting to make sure, he does good and has, they're playing good. And, I don't know what they've got called, what the reads are. Well, I don't know. When I coached him, I knew what the heck we were doing because I'd called to play. Now I don't know, so I don't know what to expect. But
Did you go back and watch the game again? Did you review it a couple of times?
I've watched some of it. I saw
in the dark room, and you've been able to enjoy it.
Most of it was on the, what do they call that? They got a Pulse. They got a deal called the Pulse, 30-minute show. I did watch that, show some replays, but I didn't get a chance to watch the full replay on TV. But hey, it is what it is. It's big boy football, SEC.
Darn right.
And it's only going to get tougher. They got App State this week, Miami the next. So
is that a good team?
Not bad. Not bad. They should have beat North Carolina last week.
Should have beat them. Scored 40 points in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Unbelievable game.
App State, they're spoiler alert now. They're good.
Ask Michigan. Remember that?
2000.
That's a long time ago.
2 or 4 in the country, and App State beat them?
You better have good memories, all I can tell you. Just because it's been a long time don't mean it ain't going to happen again.
Right.
So,
speaking of it being a long time, it's been a long time since the Legacy Red Raiders have been able to get a win against the Longview Lobos. I know you want to keep that going, push that down the road a little bit longer. Well, what's it going to take?
For us to go 1-0 this week?
Yeah.
We're going to have to control the defensive front. I think Renaud is very disruptive. He may be one of the best defensive linemen in the country. I know he is in East Texas.
Yeah.
He's a big, strong, long kid. His motor's so much better this year. And he's got another one with him, 99, I forget his name. Nose is big. So they're disruptive with their front three. I think that's the strength of their defense. Then offensively, going to have to be able to leverage formations. Defense for us, defending our offense, they're going to give you so many different looks. They're going to try to run some type of triple option out of it. So you're going to have to be able to count for the dive and the quarterback and the pitch, even though it's out of the gun. You still got to play assignment football and not give them, big plays, because quarterback can throw the ball. And they do have a big play receiver they can go down the field with. Kicking game's solid. Kicker's really good. So, but we got to go play good football. Mistake-free, no self-inflicted wounds, pre-snap, with illegal formation, shifts, offsides, all those things. So they're a good team that's gotten better. Won a rivalry game last week in 4 overtimes against John Tyler. I hope they left a lot of juice on the field.
Right.
I hope they've been celebrating all week, but it's going to be a good matchup.
Listening to you talk about them, I think they can win now. Well, you were just kind of
preaching. If we, just want to go play. The one loss hadn't been decided yet. You got to go play. Football's a funny game, and ball bounces funny ways. And you can have one guy that can disrupt a lot of things. You have a team that's not focused, not ready to play. It's. That's why you play the game. They ain't decided on paper. They ain't decided on what happened the previous week. You go decide it that day.
It is kind of interesting. They're coming out of their big rivalry game, which went 4 overtimes, and then you're coming off the Marshall game, the greatest rivalry in the state. And then now here you are meeting, and is this the 3rd or 4th big rivalry for Longview each year? And it almost seems, here's my point, it almost seems like it should be bigger. You got the biggest Tyler public school, the biggest Longview public school, and it is like the 3rd or 4th rivalry game.
I think because it hasn't been as long as what Marshall, Lufkin, and John Tyler have been,
right?
And the history of those games. But it has been a big game. I mean, I just remember early on in my career as an assistant and as a head coach. I mean, Tyler Lee was one of the best teams in East Texas.
Won a state
championship. And they've got that kind of capability. They've had a few coaching changes and things hadn't been real stable with it, but they've got players, they got dudes, and Joe Willis is a good football coach. So
absolutely.
They it's not somebody you can just cruise through.
And you know what kills them over there? I know this. I've known a number of their coaches and the staff. The fact that they won state in 2004 and they lost to Longview that year. I think they trade it.
We had been overtime at our place for homecoming.
Yeah, I think they trade it almost. If we could have got that 2004 game.
They'll give away their state.
I don't know. It's still stuck in their craw. And you can imagine that.
Yeah.
If you win state and lose to Marshall, it's going to come around next year.
I wouldn't give a flip on that one.
Yeah, but you got that one loss.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Always on the plaque.
You're carrying that trophy home at the end of the year.
That's all that matters.
Win the last one. And that's just part of the journey to get there. But
no, obviously
there's some of them that would, yes.
Oh, I understand.
But you still don't want to hear about it.
I'm from the home of champion. I totally get where you're coming from.
Home of champion. I asked Alan.
What year? 1986.
Thank you.
86.
Yes.
I asked Alan Metzel. He's been the head coach at Gilmer for 2 years and has gone to state 2 years and lost 2 years. Right? Mm-hmm. And I said, Coach, if you could go every year to the state championship game, I guarantee it, but you're going to lose. Or would you take one state championship and never get to go back? He thought about it for half a second, and he goes, I want to win one.
That's right.
Right? And that says it all. That says all you need to know. If I have to never go back to get one, give it to me.
Yeah. Well, after the back-to-back losses to Lake Travis, I was about ready to sell my soul to the devil to get one.
Yeah.
I mean, that eats at you raw. It does. I mean, it just eats at you. So, it's hard to win those things. People don't realize. I mean, state of Texas.
It's easy to lose. It's hard
rough.
to win.
It's hard to get there. And, we did in 18. Gosh almighty, it was a grind. But, kids, I mean, they made it happen.
But to keep a program this good for this long, it's amazing. Longview's always good. And that's because it starts at the top, Coach.
Well, it starts at the top, but the administration's at the top. And you got a head coach whose name just happens to be on the one-loss record. But I've been fortunate to have really, really, really great assistant coaches, athletic trainers, players, booster club, community support, tradition, support groups, band, viewette, cheerleader, you name it.
Pre-game show interviewers.
Pre-game show guys.
Thank you. Pigskin Bob.
That's what it's about, everybody.
Harlan, the sports guy.
You think about it. the radio group we had for 40 some odd years.
Yeah.
I mean, love the Lobos. They could tell you everything about them.
Everything.
I mean, everything. And it's just, I tell people all the time, people, they bleed green, and they're going to bleed green the rest of their life. So
there's a book there that's going to be written.
One-horse town in terms of being a one high school district.
Yeah.
You're not having to pull from nobody else. I mean, you got 3 middle schools that feed you. They want to become Lobos. So I'm not going to say it's easy. By no means is it easy, but I can tell you it sure is fun when you get them to game night.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we feel pretty confident you're going to go get number 200 tonight, and I hope when you're driving down to College Station, you take just a minute and savor that, because that is a big milestone. And congratulations, and we're behind you all the way.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Good luck, Coach.
There you go, John King on the John King Coaches Show, and we're going to send it back out to Rose Stadium to Brian Houston, Johnny Vaughn for the call of tonight's Longview Legacy game, right here on your home for Longview Lobo football. This has been the John King Coaches Show, presented by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Fiat in Longview on your home for Longview Lobo football, 106.5 Jack FM.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. The Ram truck lineup at Peters Ram is designed to go further and experience more. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve the Ram truck that's right for you with the options you want. Peters Ram in Longview.
This has been the John King Coaches Show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by Peter Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview.
September 3rd is Bacon Day. September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr, matey. September 25th is Comic Book Day. But any day is a good day to save big on crazy fast internet and unlimited data. Get Cable Links broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data together for under $25 per month. We make it easy to switch. Plus, everything wireless in your home connects best with true broadband speeds and no buffering. There's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Save big on your internet every day. Get Cable Links broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data under $25 per month.
Don't miss out. Ask how to qualify for free or discounted internet service. Email support at cablelinks.com or call 800-903-0508. Some restrictions will apply. Many factors affect speed.
Not all damage is preventable.
Oh no, the squid monster's attacking our ship! We're going down!
But it is forgivable.
There's a waterfall coming down the stairs!
And fixable.
Flood Out Restoration specializes in residential and commercial water and fire damage restoration. Our services include fast action disaster recovery from fires, water extraction, and structural drying and mold remediation. We coordinate with your insurance company to reduce stress and restore your property quickly to get you back on your feet. FloodOutRestoration.com.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to obtain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Now, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
Hell yeah! 106.5 Jack FM presents Longview Lobo High School Football.
Lobo Nation, you're listening to the Lobo Radio Network on KOOY Jacksonville. Brought to you by Peter Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview. Longview Kilgore Cable TV. The law offices of Sorey and Hoover. Eastman Credit Union. First Choice Personnel. Soapy's Car Wash. Bish RV of Longview. Christus Good Shepherd Medical Center. The Bug Police. Flood Out Restoration. McDaniel's Quality Body Works. And Telco Plus Credit Union. Lobo Nation. Are you ready? The Lobos are on 106.5 Jack FM.
Live from Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas, it's Class 5A's number 1 ranked Longview Lobos against the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders. Hello, I'm Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn. The top-ranked Lobos of Coach John King are coming off a 48-13 beatdown of the Marshall Mavericks last Friday to go to 2-0. The Lobos jumped out to a 31-3 lead, coasted as they forced 4 turnovers. Taylor Tatum finished the outing with 90 yards on 12 carries, 2 rushing touchdowns. He also caught 1 of 2 touchdown passes by Jordan Allen. Elijah Johnson added 88 yards. John King is going for his 200th career victory as head coach tonight. For the Red Raiders, after a close loss to Lufkin to open their season, they nabbed a surprise victory over crosstown rival Tyler High in 4 overtimes last week, despite losing the ball 4 times on fumbles and 2 more times on interceptions. The Red Raiders managed just 111 yards in passing in the victory. Raiders have advanced to the area playoffs in back-to-back years under head coach Joe Willis, but 9 offensive starters have graduated, including a pair of FBS signees at running back. The defense led by 4-star defensive end Jordan Renaud. He's 6'3", 245 pounds, likely headed to Alabama or Oklahoma to play college football. It's Longview at Tyler Legacy, back with Johnny Vaughn and the keys to victory as the Peters Chevrolet Dodge Jeep Ram Buick of Longview pregame show continues. 1-minute break. You're listening to Longview Lobos football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Extra yardage checking special at Telco Plus Credit Union. Gain the extra yardage you need by opening a Telco Plus checking account. Open 1 new checking with promo code 50yards to earn $50. Telco Plus checking account have 2-day early deposits, instant issue debit cards, and a lot more. Offer September 1st through 30th, 2022. Visit telcoplus.org for full details and restrictions. Federally insured by the NCUA. Must complete 7 purchases by October 14th to earn $50.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium, just a couple of minutes away from kickoff between Longview and Tyler Legacy. Johnny, what do you think the keys to victory are tonight?
Well, I think for Longview, one of the things that they need to do is establish their running game right off the bat. The strength of the Legacy team is their defensive front, so if we can establish a running game early, it's going to make it difficult for them. Last week, Jalen Hale only caught 1 pass, and I think you got to get him back in the offense. As great a player as he is, I think Legacy is a team that if Longview can get out early and get a early score or 2, it's going to be difficult for them to come back against Longview. Longview returns so many people on the defensive front, 8 to be exact, and Legacy lost 9 offensive players. So I think if Longview can take control early, they're going to win this game.
Well, it's an old rivalry, not as old as, let's say, Lufkin or Marshall or John Tyler, who is now Tyler High School, but this is the 63rd meeting between these two schools. Lobos lead this series 46-14-2, and really the only time I remember some good battles that Longview had back when Biff Peterson was the coach here back in the 80s with what was Robert E. Lee High School, and then when Mike Owens had it and they were winning the state championship, or Matt Flynn, the LSU quarterback, was playing for them, they gave Longview pretty tough games. But really, they've had a lot of instability in the coaching staffs. They've had a lot of changes over the years.
Yeah, a lot of changes of offense. You know, when a new coach comes in, he always changes the offense, which means it usually takes a season or two. And instability, as opposed to, say, Longview, John King has been there, I guess, since 2004 as the head coach. And that just makes a difference, and you can see it in the programs.
Longview has won the toss, and they have elected to defer. They are in their green helmets and all-white uniforms, which, Johnny, you told me a couple of weeks ago in the opener at McKinney Boyd, that's the first time they've worn all-white since you've been calling ball games.
That's exactly right. It's a new thing for them, and I guess they're going to do that some this season. They actually look pretty good, too.
I think, it's amazing because back when I was a kid, I didn't want all white. It just looked too plain, but these kids love it. It looks like ice to them. The Red Raiders are in white headgear with a red stripe down the middle. They're wearing red jerseys with black numerals just outlined by white, so they're really, really easy to see, and they have the black pants, so they're going to be playing now. Longview is going to kick off to start this ball game, and they're going to be kicking from our left to our right. And we'll talk about some of the other games going on around district right now later on as we get into the ball game. But in the meantime, it's a beautiful sunny night, sunshine coming in at the moment, and we expect a great night of football here. Longview against Tyler Legacy. Michael Fields says he's ready, steps into it, kicks it off, and it's taken at the 11-yard line, breaking a tackle, and then getting run out of bounds is the return man, and that is number 3 for Tyler Legacy, Matthew Ross, number 28. Javian Robertson was the man who knocked him down. So Tyler Legacy will start their drive with just 5 seconds off the clock, and they'll start at their own 23-yard line.
I always like to mention when we play these games whether or not the wind's going to be a factor. I don't think it's going to be tonight.
Looks like
when you go to Dallas areas, it can always be a factor, but not here tonight.
They'll come out in a 2 wide out short set to the left side. They're on the far right hash mark. They have a wide receiver out on the short side of the field. Luke Wolf is the quarterback, and he'll turn and he'll hand it off right up the middle, and there is no running room whatsoever for the running back. That's Micah Pearson, who is getting a start tonight as a sophomore because of some banged up running backs for Tyler Legacy after the Tyler High School ball game last week, which was a 4-overtime game. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. The offensive line, Rodney Harden at center, Gilbert Pena, Khalil Tutt are the guards, Jordan Crawford, and some Anwuzurumba is the tackle. We'll get the rest of it in a second. Wolf will throw it, and it's out of bounds, incomplete.
Jeremiah Rugley was putting a lot of pressure on him. It forced him to throw the ball before he wanted to.
The tight end is Micah Igaya. The receivers, Nate Crockett, Sir Christian Johnson, and Grant Parker. Running backs, again, we mentioned Micah Pearson, and Luke Wolf is the quarterback. The defense for Longview, Billy Smith, Omarion Watkins, and Jordan Wright are on the front line. Jeremiah Rugley, Caden Brooks, Darian Boone, and Chase Smith are the linebackers. It is 3rd down and 1. Back to throw Wolf. He's trying to set up a screen, and it's dropped. Ooh. Threw it right into the hands of the receiver. And it was Pearson, and he just turned, he was ready to take off and run before he had it in his breadbasket. And so Longview is going to force a punt on Legacy's first opening drive.
Yeah, that's a terrible drop for them. I mean, he would have had the 1st down. Now they're going to have to kick from deep in their own territory unless something strange happens. Longview should get good field position.
Christian Baxter is back at his 10-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 25. Baxter will roll to his right and then kick a low end-over-end bouncer. Return man Willie Nelson just gets away from it, and it'll die out at the 28-yard line. And Longview will take over 1st and 10 with 10:57 to go here in the first quarter of play. They'll start on their own 28. And the offensive line, Tavian Morgan at center, Jacoby Watts and Mongo Williams are the guards. Martin Guerrero and Jax Norman the tackles. Quarterback is Jordan Allen, Elijah Johnson the fullback, Taylor Tatum the tailback. And we'll check the receivers in just a moment. They'll come out in the I formation from the 28. Play action. Allen rolling to his right, fires it to the sidelines just out of the reach of Jalen Hale, who is one of the starting wide receivers, has 8 catches for 149 yards, about 18.6 yards per catch, has 2 touchdowns. To Kalen Reese, the other receiver, along with Jartavian Wright. The tight end is Angel Ramos. Defensively for Tyler Legacy, Jordan Renaud is a 4-star defensive end. Jalen Dale is the nose guard, and they have an outstanding other end, Travis Jackson. We'll check the rest of the defense on 2nd down and 10 from the 28. Again, the I formation. Now they'll hand it off to the fullback, Elijah Johnson. Johnson will fight to get a short gain to about the 30-yard line. And the rest of the defense for Legacy, Diego Castillo, Brooks Gallagher, Nathaniel Kirksey, and Brantley Hooper are the linebackers. Corners, Jay-Sean Lee and Mikkel Sears, and Darian Scott and Matthew Ross are the safeties. 3rd down and 8 from the 30. 2 wideouts, and in the gun, Allen back to throw as pressure's coming, gets the ball off. It's caught at the 40, still moving at the 45, and going to go out of bounds. It's Elijah Johnson, and Johnson's going to pick up a yardage out to the 48-yard line. It's an 18-yard catch and a 1st down for Longview.
Allen was under the blitz on the backside. He made a great throw as he had to back up, and that was a good play on his part, the quarterback.
1st and 10 with 10:12 to go. In the first quarter, no score. Longview has the ball at their own 48-yard line. Allen drops back now. He looks to run, and he's going to go down. Gets caught behind the line of scrimmage, and getting up off of the bottom of the pile is number 99, Travis Jackson. He's an outstanding defensive end. And again, the front is going to give Longview a challenge tonight. They're really going to have to work hard to make sure that the defensive line doesn't disrupt their offense. No gain on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 49. They'll come out with 4 wideouts this time. And Allen in the gun. Fakes the handoff. He rolls to his right. Fires the ball downfield. It's caught. And that's a great catch by number 11, Kalen Reese, and it's another 1st down to the 34-yard line. So that's another 18-yard gain. So Allen on target tonight. 2 18-yard passes on this drive. It's 2 explosive plays, and it's now 1st and 10 at the Legacy 34. Handoff to Elijah Johnson. Busts it outside. Has somebody trying to slow him down and gets to about the 30-yard line. He's tackled out there by what looks like Diego Castillo after a gain of about 5 on the play. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Lobos continue with 2nd and 6 now. They gave him 4. I formation again. A single wideout comes to the far right side. Allen looks to the sideline after checking the play. Now he's changing it at the line of scrimmage. And he will turn, hand off to Tatum up the middle. Tatum fighting for yardage and gets the 1st down across the 25 to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Move the chains. Longview 1st down.
Just a power straight dive, and Tatum showed his strength there, able to fight off some tackles and make the 1st.
He can bust it out and hit a home run, and he can definitely pick up the tough yardage as well. 8:10 to go in the first quarter. Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. No score. Longview taking on Tyler Legacy. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line of Legacy. Lobos have the football on their first drive of the night. They send a man in motion. It's Tatum. Tatum takes the jet sweep. He'll go left. He gets across the 15 to the 10, down to the 7-yard line before he's finally tackled. And Renaud made the stop.
That was just a great run by Tatum. He turned a corner, made a couple of moves, picks up 17.
And that makes it 1st and goal. Lobos at the 8-yard line. So they've had 3 big explosive plays in this drive, Johnny. 2 18-yard passes, one to Elijah Johnson and the other one to Reese, and then a 17-yard run by Tatum, and now they're in the I formation again. They'll hand it off, going right up the middle. Not much running room. He's going to fight to get to the 5-yard line, and that's where he's going to be stopped, and the tackle was made by number 7, Darian Scott. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 6. Lobo's knocking on the door right now. It's 6:50 to go.
Sometimes in this situation, they like to find Jalen Hale and let him get in the end zone and try to throw it up top, and he makes those catches so often, so we'll watch this for that here.
The receivers are in tight. Allen's going to roll to his right, throws it into the end zone. Halen catch. Oh, he bobbled it as he was going out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He had a touchdown. It was right there in his hands, and then just as he caught it, it popped up, and he ran out of bounds and couldn't control it.
Yeah, that's kind of amazing. He was open. It was a perfect throw, and he just had both hands on it, juggled it, and what goes out of the back of the end zone. You won't see that too often.
It was too good a throw,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and goal now from the 6. Missed opportunity there. And the Lobos trying to get 7 instead of settling for 3. They'll come out in the I formation. It's a 1-back set. Tatum behind Allen. Play action. Tatum rolling to his left. Throws it. It's caught. And into the end zone going in for the touchdown is Elijah Johnson. And boy, was that easy.
Yeah, and what they did that time is they ran Hale to the back of the end zone, and then Elijah Johnson comes out underneath, and nobody guarded him, and he just dropped the pass in. That was a good play set up by Hale going by the defensive back.
It's a 72-yard drive with Johnson capping it off from 6 yards out. And with 6:23 to go, Michael Fields kicks the extra point. That makes it 7-0 Longview over Tyler Legacy. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
If your loan isn't with Eastman Credit Union, you're missing out. Come to us for your next auto or RV loan. We'll do our best to find the loan that fits your budget and lifestyle. When you're ready for your loan, you can apply online, in a branch, or give us a call. Sign your documents from anywhere. We'll send the money when you're ready. Get 3 months with no payments, a great rate, and earn extraordinary dividends. ECU makes it convenient, and you leave happy.
Visit ECU for your next auto loan. It's what we do. Eastman Credit Union.
Sophie's Car Wash, a longtime sponsor of Longview Lobo football. Now with their 3rd location in Lakeport, plus the original on Highway 80 and their self-serve location on Wall Street in Longview. For savings and convenience, get a monthly pass good at the Highway 80 location or in Lakeport. Sophie's is a place to be. Once again, Sophie's Car Wash is proud to support Longview Lobo football. Go Lobos!
Michael Fields with the kickoff. It's brought out from the 3 to the 18-yard line. And Legacy will take over after the kickoff return by number 11, Mikkel Sears. And they will start the drive with 6:17 to go in the first quarter, trailing 7-0 as Allen bootleg passed to Elijah Johnson for 6 yards and a touchdown on a 72-yard drive. Starting at the 18-yard line. Wolf, play action, fires it out, RPO, incomplete, intended for Jordan Hubbard. Off the mark.
Yeah, Chaden Smith, the linebacker, actually got a little bit of a hand on it, and he came underneath the pass play.
Lobos only gave up just a little over 200 yards of offense to Marshall last week. Tyler Legacy really struggled on offense last week, turned the ball over a ton. It is 2nd down and 10 from the 18. Man in motion to the right side. Wolf goes back to throw, steps up. Now he's going to take off and run to the 20, 25, 30, and he's run out of bounds by number 18, Jacaven Curry, after he picks up a first down for Tyler Legacy.
11-yard pickup as he looked up the field and came over to this side. He showed some pretty good speed on that play and picked up 11.
Wolf is a junior. And again, a very young offensive team for Tyler Legacy and Coach Joe Willis. It's 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. 2 wideouts to the right, wide receiver to the left, turn, handoff. Micah Pearson. Pearson dances and gets up to the 35-yard line, and making the stop for Longview, number 45, Jeremiah Rugley.
Smith had a chance as he tried to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage, but the running back went through the tackle and they end up with a nice gain.
We've got an injured player on the field. Let's take a timeout with him, a 1-minute break. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Wait a minute, timeout. Whoa, timeout. This timeout brought to you by First Choice Personnel. For all your hiring needs, more Lobo football coming up.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Experience fun and freedom with the legendary Jeep line at Peters, built with you in mind and ready for adventure. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve your next new Jeep with the options you want. Peters Jeep in Longview.
Jatavian Hall, the offensive lineman, helped off the field for Tyler Legacy. 2nd down and 6. Man in motion to the far side, and Wolf back to throw. Now he'll look to run, and he'll get a seal block, and he'll get out to the left side out of bounds at the 35-yard line before he is chased out by Chase Smith. And it's a gain a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 now from the 36-yard line.
Yeah, not much room. He came over here to the short side of the field and was pushed out of bounds.
Wolf will run the football. He's rushed it 25 yards, 25 times for 156 yards in 2 ball games this year. He's only a 45% passer, but the danger of his legs makes him a threat. It's 3rd down now. Man in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Wolf pressured, runs up the middle. Flag goes down. He's caught back behind the line of scrimmage to Darian Boone. Brought him down back at the 29-yard line. We'll see what the flag is about.
Yeah, he tried to get outside, but Boone's just too fast. Was under heavy pressure. Now the flag should be against Legacy.
It was, and it's declined. It was a hold. And it will be 3rd down and 10. Check that, 4th down and 10. And they'll punt the football now. Baxter comes out to do the punting. And back deep for the Lobos on the punt return. I believe that's Hale. Oh, Baxter, somebody got a piece of it. It looks like number 4, Darian Boone, got his hand on the punt, and it rolled out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So they only got about 10 yards on that punt because of a great play by Darian Boone.
That's 2 he's already made in this game.
So Boone with a partial block of the punt, and again, Longview will take over in great field position with 5:15 to play. They will be at the Tyler Legacy 34-yard line with a short field. And they'll hand it off. Coming right, Elijah Johnson. Johnson hit and thrown down. First man to make contact with him, it looked like Renaud. And then the convoy came to finish him off. And no gain on the play now as the ball stays at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 10, and they tried a running game on first down. I suspect that Longview's going to throw the ball here.
They come out in the I formations. Hale goes out far left, and they'll turn and hand it off to Tatum right up the middle, and it's a big hole, and he gets across the 30 to about the 28-yard line and stopped on the play by number 9, Jordan Renaud.
Counter dive, and he goes right over the left guard. It's a nice pickup.
5 yards on that carry, and so that makes it 3rd down at the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 5 with 4:04 to play. Split backfield in the gun. Now they send Elijah Johnson in motion. He'll get the ball in the flat. He'll run. He gets a block, and then he gets blown up at the 25-yard line. Good defensive play. Stopped him short of the 1st down. And it's going to be a 4th down and 3. It'll be interesting to see what John King decides to do here. I believe the man that made the tackle was number 3, Matthew Ross, who came up to put the hit on Elijah Johnson.
I think Longview is not going to attempt a field goal here.
Well, we've seen him with that 5-yard run right up the middle. Now let's see if Longview calls a timeout. It looks like they will. John King wants to discuss this. He's going to take a timeout. It's 3:15 to go in the first quarter. And with that timeout, Longview leading at 7-0 over Tyler Legacy. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Unit 1, move out. Roger. Unit 2, move out.
10-4.
Unit 3, move out.
Got it.
Remember, men, your mission is to find every nook and cranny the enemy can use to infiltrate this premises. Then it will be your duty to neutralize the invaders with extreme prejudice.
Copy that.
Roger.
Moving out. Don't let the pests take over your home. Shut down the operation today. Call the Bug Police to patrol your property at 553-9003 or visit them online at thebugpolice.com. The Bug Police. They shoot to kill and aim to please.
Tonight's game sponsored by Peter Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick of Longview, Eastman Credit Union, the law offices of Sorey and Hoover, Longview Kilgore Cable, First Choice Personnel, Bish RV, Soapy's Car Wash, Telco Plus Credit Union, Longview Orthopedics, the Bug Police, Christus Good Shepherd Medical Center, Flood Out Restoration, and McDaniel's Quality Body Works. 4th down and 3 with 3:12 to go in the first quarter. Longview has the ball at the Tyler Legacy 27-yard line. They come out with a wing right, 2 tight ends, handoff right up the middle, and that's going to be good for the 1st down. A good push up the middle for Taylor Tatum, and it's going to be a 1st down. Renaud made the stop, but moved the chains. Lobos keep the drive alive with 3:06 to play in the first quarter.
It's just power football. It's just the dive play and just followed behind the guard and picked up the 1st.
Now the Lobos come out again with that 2 tight end wing right. They've got 2 wideouts to either side, and they'll hand it off to Elijah Johnson. And Johnson tries the middle, and he's going to get thrown back after maybe a yard gain on the play. Renaud again, and he's helped out there by number 43 for Tyler Legacy, Paul Ratliff, the linebacker. 2nd down after a gain of only 2. Running room's a little more difficult than Longview's had to deal with this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that Elijah Johnson already has 5 carries in this game, and they've been trying to get him free. He had a couple of big runs last week, but so far not much movement.
3 wideouts this time. Elijah Johnson with the play-action fake is Allen. He swings it out to the right side to Hale. Hale in the flat gets to the 10, run out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Just an easy pitch and catch, but it does get Jordan Hale involved in the game plan, and it was Camden Ragsdale that ran him out of bounds. After a gain out to the 9-yard line, it's going to make it 1st and goal for the Lobos.
That's Hale's first reception. It goes from the 21 down to the 9, and they got to get him in this offense, I think, get the ball to him.
Just get him out in space and put it in his hands and let him go. They'll come out in the I formation. Wing left, a toss. Tatum going in. 5, touchdown. Taylor Tatum.
I don't know what happened. They pitched it back, and he goes left, and it's like nobody in the picture.
Tatum from 9 yards out We've seen him do that a few times. Great line blocking by the entire left side of the Longview offensive line.
Shoot, I think we could have run over and scored. There was nobody there.
We may still be running to get there, but yeah, I think so. Michael Fields comes on to try the extra point that would make it 14-0 Longview. Snap is back. Tutt puts it down. The kick's up, and it's good. And with 1:36 to play, Longview scores to make it 14-0 over Tyler Legacy. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Make Margaritaville Sportsbook your go-to game day spot. Bet, eat, and watch all in one place. We're your 50-yard line front row ticket to all the action on all the games. With real-time odds and the best prop bets around. Plus, earn with the most rewarding loyalty program in the country. My Choice. Every time you place a bet. The Sportsbook at Margaritaville. The best place to place your bets and get your grub on.
See Player Services for more details. Must be 21 or older to enter the casino or open a My Choice account. Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Michael Fields kicks it off after the Longview touchdown. It was taken and fair caught by number 80, Micah Agaya. It's a 34-yard drive with Taylor scoring from 9 yards out after a partially blocked punt by Darian Boone. And Johnny, so far, Longview looks pretty impressive.
Yeah, and especially in that drive, as they had an 8-play drive, carried 66 yards, and Tatum in that last run just basically walked in from the 9-yard line. It's just great blocking up front for Longview.
Legacy starts this drive at their own 25-yard line. They send a man in motion to the near side. They have a wing left, and now they set that wide receiver up. They've got two wideouts to the left, and they'll sweep it to the left. Oh, and he got popped at the 31-yard line. Who got that hit? Let's see. Trying to catch the number. I see a 1 and a 10, and that is number 10, Darian Garrett, who came up and just really laid the wood to the Legacy running back after a gain of about 7 to the 32. Second down and 3. Legacy numbers extremely hard to read, so I apologize if it's hard to identify players. Pearson gets the handoff. Pearson, as a helmet comes flying off. One of the Legacy linemen lost a helmet. Looked like, I hope his head wasn't in it.
No kidding, it rolled about 10 yards there.
The tackle made by number 96, Omarion Watkins, the defensive nose guard for Longview, with 51 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Ball's out to the 33-yard line. It'll be third down and 3. Here come the Raiders. Two wideouts to the left. A receiver out to the far right. It's in the gun with one running back, Pearson and Wolf, and there's a flag. Oh, a timeout was called by Legacy. Let's take a 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Fish's RV is a bit new around here, so we have questions. What exactly is bigger in Texas? Is it really everything, or is it just high school football? We can't wait to see for ourselves every Friday night with our Longview Lobos family. Fish's is built on family and fun and lifelong memories. Sounds like football in Texas, right? So we got your back every pregame, tailgate, postgame, after party, and everything in between. Go Lobos! Fish's RV, where
Joe
memories
Willis elects to
begin.
take that timeout with a third down and 2, and you can tell Johnny that he already knows if he doesn't get a first down here, this thing's in danger of getting away from him pretty quick.
Yeah, I think he feels like he's got to take this gamble because it's pretty deep in their own territory. He's only got 2 yards, but if they don't make it, then Longview's going to have great field position. So it's a little bit of a gamble for Legacy, I think.
Third down and 2. Now the question is, are they going to try to put it in the air or are they going to try to run it? I'd say you need to keep an eye on Luke Wolf because it's likely he's as much a threat to run it as he is to throw it. He's the quarterback, and he's in the gun. He's got 2 wide receivers to the left. Man goes in motion now, and they'll run what looked like the option. Then he reverses field, and he runs down to the 34, and I don't think he made the first down. He was tackled out there by number 3, Chase Smith, and he's up a yard short. Now Joe Willis has got a big decision to make because it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, I think he's got a punt, don't you?
You would think, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. Our score after 1, Longview 14, Tyler Legacy nothing. 1 minute break. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. The Ram truck lineup at Peters Ram is designed to go further and experience more. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve the Ram truck that's right for you with the options you want. Peters Ram in Longview.
Not all damage is preventable.
Oh no, the squid monster's attacking our ship! We're going down!
But it is forgivable.
There's a waterfall coming down the stairs?
And fixable.
Flood Out Restoration specializes in residential and commercial water and fire damage restoration. Our services include fast action disaster recovery from fires, water extraction, and structural drying and mold remediation. We coordinate with your insurance company to reduce stress and restore your property quickly to get you back on your feet. FloodOutRestoration.com.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
First play of the second quarter, 4th and 1, and Longview is going to try to stop Legacy. They're going for it on 4th and 1 from their own 34-yard line. Now they get up under center, and they snap it and try to run a quarterback sneak. Do they get enough of a push to get the first down? This is going to be awfully close. I don't think they got much of a push. I think Longview's saying they didn't make it. Boy, this is a huge, huge play.
He's marking it. Longview's going to get the ball. Wow, that was something.
Lobos stopped Legacy on 4th and 1 at their own 34-yard line.
They tried to fool Longview because the quarterback was off, and then he jumped up and they snapped it, and Longview was ready for that. And they had 4th and 2, and they picked up 1. And Longview has got great field position.
You give them a short field for the second time. This is the second time they've had a drive start at the 34-yard line. And the last time out, they scored on a 9-yard touchdown by Taylor Tatum. First down. And 10, and they'll play action fake. Allen throws a fade. Deep ball. Hale, touchdown. 34-yard touchdown strike from Jordan Allen to Jalen Hale.
He just went right by the defensive back. He lined up on the left side, straight streak. They were way behind him. You know, that they took a big gamble. They gave the ball to Longview on the 34. But that's the problem. If that doesn't work, now you're down 21-0.
Yes, and Fields is going to come on to try to make it 21-zip. And that was a big gamble that blew up in Joe Willis's face. The kick is up, and it's good. And with 11:49 to go in the first half, the score now, Longview 21 and Tyler Legacy nothing. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Longview Lobos football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Do you know any experienced health professionals? If so, the team at Christus Good Shepherd would love to meet them. Call us today at 833-315-GOOD, and you could receive $1,500 for the referral. We need associates in surgery, lab, imaging, nursing, respiratory, and therapy. At Christus, we value what each individual brings to our mission and aim to create a culture where quality of work and quality of life live harmoniously. It's a win-win. Call today, 833-315-4663.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Michael Fields going to kick it off after Longview takes a 21-0 lead. It's a short kick. It bounces at the 15, gets away from the return man. Now he'll pick it up, and he'll bring it this side, and he'll bring it out to about the 18-yard line. The kick returned by number 12 for Tyler Legacy, Jordan Hubbard, and he's knocked down out there by number 28, Javian Robertson, who's a beast on special teams.
He just lit him up, too.
Lobos scored on a Jordan Allen to Jalen Hale 34-yard touchdown pass after the Lobos stopped Legacy on a 4th and 1 at Tyler Legacy's own 34-yard line. Big gamble that did not pay off. The ball's on the 18-yard line for Legacy. They'll hand it off right up the middle, Pearson, and he gets buried back there by number 34, Brendan Reese, who just shot through unblocked.
You know, the good thing about that, too, is Hale only caught one pass last week, and he's already dropped one in the end zone. It gets him back on track with the big catch and score.
No doubt. Ball spotted at the 19. They gained only one on the play. They send a man in motion behind the quarterback. They'll run an option and pitch it to the trailing back, and the ball is loose, and the ball is recovered by Tyler Legacy, or is it? Coming up in the end zone is Longview with the football. Let's see who got it, who scored the touchdown. It looks like number 4, and that is to Darian Boone, recovering a loose pitch for a score and a touchdown by Longview.
And Boone, that's his third great play of the night, and that time he gets a score on the fumble.
Wow. Lobo defense gets on the board. So the bad option pitch to Darian Boone gets it, and now Lobos get a chance to go up by 4 touchdowns with 11:02 to play. Fields with the kick, it's up, and it's good. And with 11:02 to play, it's 28-0. Longview leading over Tyler Legacy. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Did you know that you can make your current home your perfect home with an ECU home equity loan? Need another room? Want to remodel the kitchen or just need repairs? Whatever your situation, we've got a loan for that. Whether you have a lot of equity in your home or just a little, Eastman Credit Union has a home equity loan option that's right for you. Visit ecu.org/home equity to learn more or apply today. ECU is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Soapy's Car Wash, a longtime sponsor of Longview Lobo football. Now with their 3rd location in Lakeport, plus the original on Highway 80 and their self-serve location on Wall Street in Longview. For savings and convenience, get a monthly pass good at the Highway 80 location or in Lakeport.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Once again, Soapy's Car Wash is proud to support Longview Lobo football. Go Lobos!
Second quarter of this ball game brought to you by Longview Kilgore Cable TV, the first to offer gig speeds to all Longview area. Find them at cablelinks.com/getgig now. Fields with the kickoff going from our right to our left. It's a fair catch taken by Tyler Legacy, so they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line, and that was fair caught by Matthew Ross. It's all Longview right now with 11:02 to go in the first half to Darian Boone. Legacy was trying to run an option play, and the pitch was wild and bad, and there was a race to the end zone to get to the ball, and somehow Darian Boone got to it first and scored the touchdown.
Yeah, that's his 3rd or 4th big play of the night, too, and that was put Longview up 28-0, and we've still got 11:02 to go in the second quarter.
Legacy has the ball at their own 25-yard line to start this drive. They'll play action, pass, and the ball is batted down, picked off, and taking it back for 6. It's a touchdown for Longview, and the Lobos defensive lineman, number 99, Billy Smith. Touchdown, Longview, off a deflection.
That's unbelievable.
Holy cow. Billy Smith intercepts a deflected pass and takes it back, what, about 15 yards, Johnny?
Probably, about 15, maybe 20 as he picked it up on the run.
Good.
I mean, he's a defensive lineman. He picked it out of there and headed to the end zone.
He knew exactly what to do with it. Fields kicks the extra point, and now it's 35-0. Longview leading Tyler Legacy with 10:53 to play in the first half. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to attain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
Lobo defense scores again, the second consecutive touchdown by the defense. Billy Smith picks off a deflected pass and takes it back, we're saying approximately 20 yards for the score. It gives Longview a 35-0 lead with 10:53 to play here in the first half. And then right after the play, Tyler Legacy was hit with an offsides, which was declined, and they were also hit with a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So that means that Fields is going to be kicking off in Tyler Legacy territory at the 45-yard line of Tyler Legacy. Fields ought to pooch it. It's just going to roll around on the ground, and it's taken and fallen on at the 25-yard line by number 28 for Tyler Legacy. That's Nathaniel Kirksey. So Legacy feeling like the roof's caving in right now in an open-air stadium.
And you got to give credit to Billy Smith. I mean, he's a defensive lineman. He probably hadn't caught a pass and who knows when, and he picked that up off the tip and caught it on the run, and he took it for the score.
Unbelievable. Legacy football, 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. Coming left. Out to about the 30-yard line. That's going to be Micah Pearson. Pearson after a short gain of 2 yards. And it's 2nd down and 8 at the 29-yard line. 10:32 to play in the first half. At halftime, Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob will be running through all the games they're going to be covering on the Friday Night Football scoreboard show. And rolling out to his left is Wolf. Wolf throws the pass complete out to the 35-yard line. And again, it's Pearson that was on the receiving end coming out of the backfield. And he's going to get to the 34. And that's going to be short of the first down by about 2 yards. 3rd and 2 for the Raiders. By the way, Pigskin Bob has a birthday tomorrow. 204. It doesn't look a day over 320.
That's true.
3rd down and 2, 3 wideouts come to the right for Tyler Legacy. Wolf back to throw. He'll throw a screen out there, and it's dropped. Goodness, this thing's just falling apart for the Red Raiders. Sir Christian Johnson had the ball thrown in the right flat to him, and he just didn't even hold on to it. And now it's 4th down and 2, and they're going to send out the punt team.
This is what happens when you get behind this much this early. You just can't keep your focus, and this has a chance to get really ugly.
Well, and also when you've seen the difference between these two teams, and you know the likelihood of getting anywhere back into this game is just about over at this point. Baxter will punt it. It's a high, short kick. It bounces at the Longview 35 and goes out of bounds. At the 45. That's only a 21-yard punt. And they'll mark it at the 46. And the Lobos will take over with great field position at their own 45 with 9:58 to go and leading 35-0. There was a penalty on the play against Longview, and they're calling it an automatic first down. I missed the call, Johnny.
I didn't see it either.
But it was against Longview, and it gives the Red Raiders a first down out to the 39-yard line. First good thing that's happened for the Red Raiders all night. In the shotgun, Luke Wolf, play action. Now he rolls, now he's got pressure. Now he's scrambling around trying to evade that pressure, looking for somewhere to get rid of the football, and it's thrown, and it's incomplete, I think. And I believe that was number 80 on the reception, Micah Igaya, but it was incomplete, and pressure coming from all over, every possible direction by the Longview defense. Second down and 10.
Wolf unloaded it, and there wasn't a bad effort on his part. They were at the sidelines, so not much danger of an interception, but it was not complete.
He's running for his life against this Longview defense. So on second down and 10, Wolf again hands it off, this time to Pearson. Pearson coming right, and Pearson gets some good yardage before he's finally brought down by number 32, Caden Brooks. He'll get out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 8 yards on the play, and it'll be third down and about 3. They send 3 wideouts to the short side, the right side of the field. They want to get that wide receiver on the left to back up. Now they look to the right, pressure coming again, and he's got to sail it into the sidelines one more time. And again, you got to feel for Luke Wolf because Longview defensive players are coming at him from all different directions. This time, Zarius Shepard.
Yeah, he was putting the pressure on.
And in addition to that, he also had LaQuavian Jackson chasing him as well. So it's fourth down and 3, and again, Christian Baxter is going to have to punt the football. All Longview in this first half. There's a whistle as he's about to kick the ball, so we'll see what that penalty's all about. It came from the far sidelines. It was illegal procedure against Tyler Legacy. That'll back it up 5 yards. Give him a little bit more punting room anyway.
2 guys back for Longview. The one on this side's Willie Nelson. So you saw on that last punt, even though it's coming back, they're punting way away from him. They went to the left side. Let's see if they do that again.
Dadrian Garrett's also back with him, both of them standing at their own 25. They roll to the right. Now they'll kick it right to Wilson. Willie Nelson. Nelson comes out to the 30, up the middle to the 35, and he goes down at the 38-yard line. And so Longview will take over with 8:59 to play. And the ball at their own 41-yard line with a 35-0 lead. Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium for tonight's ball game.
Looks like a flag down there.
The Longview Orthopedic Star Foundation Student Athletes of the Week. Kristen Thomas from Jefferson High School, a volleyball player, and Tyson Wilson from Gilmer High School. So congratulations to those 2 young people from Longview Orthopedics, the Student Athletes of the Week. Now a discussion by the officials trying to figure out what to do here.
The flag's down at the 27-yard line. Now they're going over to talk to Coach King.
I wouldn't want to go over there. just saying. Because usually that's never a good thing when you got to go over and explain something. Nobody moving with a real sense of urgency out there right now to try to get this ball placed and this game continued. 8:59 to play in the first half. It may be against Longview. It's got to be because they're having a discussion over there on the Longview sideline, and it's a lengthy one.
It's multiple discussions. That's the second time they've gone back to talk to him.
I think I saw John Berry yank his headsets off, too, the defensive coordinator. All right, now we got the officials. Let's see what the calls are. Unsportsmanlike conduct, that's against Tyler Legacy. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Longview. So whoever those two players are involved in that, if it happens again, they get thrown out of the ball game, I believe is what's being said.
You know, the way this quarter is going and the momentum is so much on Longview's side, and Legacy's definitely lost some of their spark. It wouldn't surprise me to see Tatum, the running back, if he gets a chance, pop one, a long one on this series.
We're already seeing a lot of substitute players in for Longview with the 35-0 lead. Allen is going to roll to his right, throws it out to the right side to Tatum. Tatum for the first down, crossing the 50 and out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 yards and a first down for the Lobos with 8:53 to go. First and 10, Lobos come right up to the line of scrimmage in the I formation. They'll turn, they'll hand it off up the middle, and he goes down right there.
Maybe a gain of one.
Maybe. And I'm trying to make out who carried the ball.
It was Tatum.
Tatum?
Yeah.
Okay. Second down and 9. Somebody is messing with my microphone outside. That's not good. Second down and 9. I got a feeling I won't have a microphone when I go out there to check.
You may be right.
Second and 9, handoff. Up the middle. Breaking a tackle, Elijah Johnson. Johnson running outside down to the 34-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 14.
I got to tell you, the more you see of Elijah Johnson, I mean, he's a true power runner. I mean, that particular play there, he just moved the pile for a while.
From the 35 of Legacy, Lobos continue this drive with 7:47 to go in the first half. I formation. Long time getting this ball set. And now Allen up to the line of scrimmage under the center. He'll turn. Fire. Deep ball. Right side. It's overthrown. That was intended for number 11. That's DeKalen Reese. And it's second down and 10. Lobo football at the 35. Turn, handoff, right side. Johnson gets to the right side open, gets a first down to the 22-yard line. It's a 12-yard gain and a first down for the Longview Lobos. Move the chains and the Lobos continue the drive. First and 10, Longview. They come out in an I formation with two wideouts to the left side. Handoff up the middle. Tatum into the end zone. Touchdown. 22 yards.
Yeah.
Taylor Tatum, untouched. And this thing is officially a rout.
6-play drive.
Christian Baxter is going to try the extra point. And now coming out, I'm sorry, not Christian Baxter, Michael Fields. Fields puts the kick up. It's good. And with 6:43 to play in the first half, the score now, Longview 42 and Tyler Legacy nothing. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Wait a minute. Time out. Whoa, time out.
This timeout brought to you by First Choice Personnel. For all your hiring needs, more Lobo football coming up.
September 3rd is Bacon Day. September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr, matey. September 25th is Comic Book Day. But any day is a good day to save big on crazy fast internet and unlimited data. Get Cable Links broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data together for under $25 per month. We make it easy to switch. Plus, everything wireless in your home connects best with true broadband speeds and no buffering. There's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Save big on your internet every day. Get Cable Links broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data under $25 per month.
Don't miss out. Ask how to qualify for free or discounted internet service. Email support at cablelinks.com or call 800-903-0508. Some restrictions will apply. Many factors affect speed.
Longview scores on a 22-yard run by Taylor Tatum. That makes it 42-0 with 6:43 to play here in the first half. The kickoff, and Legacy has the ball now at their own 25-yard line. Handoff, left side, goes nowhere. Big defensive line push, getting up off the bottom of the pile. Number 4 to Darian Boone, who has been a one-man wrecking crew on defense tonight.
He's had a great first half.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Three wideouts to the right side this time, and rolling to his right.
It's a hold.
Hey, there's a flag for the hold, and then Wolf sails it out of bounds because he can't find anybody open, but you know that's coming back. And it'll be a holding penalty against the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders.
Basically, he just tackled Longview's rusher right in front of the officials.
Jordan Crawford, number 58, was the one pleading his case sidelines for Legacy, so I'm guessing he's the guy guilty of the hold.
He had no case to plead.
So Luke Wolf and Tyler Legacy come out facing a 3rd down and 10 now from the 25-yard line. Two wideouts to the right side. One back on the right side of Wolf. Their ball's on the left hash mark. Play action. Back to throw. Now Wolf looking, trying to find some running room, and he goes down. Sacked back there. And that is number 65 for Longview, and that's Jordan Wright with the tackle for a loss back to the 23-yard line, and another punting situation for the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders.
Well, the quarterback, Luke Wolf, he's under tremendous pressure from Longview's front.
He runs for his life and can't find anybody open downfield. There's just nothing available.
It's just too big a mismatch here.
Wolf puts his foot into the punt. It bounces at the 46-yard line in Lobo territory. It takes a Legacy roll, and it will die at the 33-yard line. It's a pretty good punt, all the way about 46 yards. And Longview takes over with 5:06 to play here in the first half. They'll be at their own, I think, 33 43-yard line. And again, the lead 42-0. 2 defensive touchdowns by the Lobos. Allen from the gun, back to throw, fires left side, caught at the 40-yard line, spins and gets tackled. That's Frederick Hawkins in the ball game now at wide receiver, and we're going to see a lot of different faces here, people coming in and out. That was a 9-yard gain for 2nd and 1 now as the ball's out at the 42.
I don't think you'll see many of the starters in the second half at all.
You wouldn't think so, especially with Lufkin looming on the road next week, which figures to be a pretty stiff test for these Longview Lobos. I formation, 2nd down and 1. Turn, handoff. Tatum up the middle. No, check that. Running back in the ball game now, number 33, Brandavian Steverson, and he gets the first down. So Steverson in. We may have seen the last of Tatum for tonight.
I imagine so.
I'm good with that. First down, Longview at the 45. 4:10 to play in the first half. Going out to the right side, Ethan Harrison. Allen fires on the left side. The ball caught and dropped as a good defensive play there. As the pass again intended for number 7 Hawkins, and it was broken up by number 11 Mikhail Sears for Legacy. 2nd down and 10. Hawkins is a senior, 5'9", 155 pounds, getting some playing time here. Jamerson Darrensburg in the ball game as well. They'll turn, they'll hand it off on 2nd and 10, and Steverson will try the left side for only about a gain of 1 on the play. The tackle made by Jordan Renaud, the 4-star lineman. 3rd down and 9 from the 46 with 3:35 to play.
You know, you got to wonder how Legacy's going to react to the rest of the season when you just you get just rolled up. And sometimes it's hard to recover from that.
No doubt. They had a real tussle last week, and it was really a situation of two teams not playing very well when they played against Tyler, and it went 4 overtimes. There's a timeout on the field, and Longview called that timeout with 3:08 to go, so let's take that 30-second break with them. You're listening to Longview Lobo Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN.
Longview Lobos calling halftime, or rather a timeout right here just before half with 3:08 to play. It's 42-0. Longview on top, and it has been all Longview. And so now on 3rd down and 9, they'll send 3 wideouts to the right side. Jordan Allen is in the gun, and he'll roll to his right. And he'll look and fire over the middle, and it looks like it bounced off of the face mask of the receiver, and I believe that was number 17, Ethan Harrison, who had it thrown right to him and couldn't hold on to it.
I think in his defense, I think the defensive back got a little bit of a hand on it, and it ended up just moved the ball enough that it hit up on the face mask.
So 4th down and 9 for Longview. They will punt the football for the first time tonight, I believe. Michael Fields. Line of scrimmage is the 40 of Longview. He's back at his own 31. They'll put the foot into it. It's a high punt that forces the receiver back to the 19-yard line. That's a 36-yard punt with no return on the fair catch. And the Lobos go on defense now with 2:55 to play here in the first half. Well, Johnny, it's hard to have a whole lot to say about just a combination right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just right from the get-go, it's been all Longview, and Legacy's just outmanned. There's just not much they can do.
They'll come out with 3 wide to the left side on 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Wolf, the quarterback, play action, throws a screen out to the left side. He looked like he went down to his knee to catch it, and I think they blew him dead right there.
That almost looked like they were going to do a double pass, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was Pearson that caught it, but when he went down, he actually hit his knee on the ground when he caught it. It may have been something like a hook and lateral or something like that to try to get something going here. But regardless, it's a loss on the play, so it was called complete and down right there at the 16-yard line. 2nd down and now 13 with 2:19 to play in the first half. Play action, Wolf throws a screen, and it's behind the intended receiver, and now the wheels are just kind of coming off.
Yeah, that was huge pressure on the quarterback, and he just had to unload it and threw it poorly for an incompletion.
Grant Parker was the intended receiver, but it was thrown behind him as they were just trying to set up a screen. And that's just the speed of the Longview defense has made it really difficult for Tyler Legacy to get anything going here in this first half.
I mean, once the wheels come off, it's just snowballs, and that's what's happening to Legacy.
3rd down and 13. 4 wide. Wolf fires a pass out in the left flat. Misses a tackle. Runner keeps going out to the 27-yard line for a good gain on the play, but it's going to set up a 4th down, and it's going to be short. And that was Parker again on that reception. And so it's 4th down now and 4, and it looks like, again, well, they're going to go for it. Wow. I guess this is where you wave the white flag. Wolf checks the sidelines.
You know, he may back up and just...
Now he is.
Yeah, kick it.
He does step back to punt it, and he puts his left foot into it. And there's no receiver back there to return it. So the ball will roll to the 33-yard line. And from there, Longview gets it again with 1:20 to play here in the first half. And we now have, is Allen coming back out? Yes, he is going to be back out. But it's just been a perfect night, really, for the Lobos, and nothing going right for Tyler Legacy as I'm looking at a full moon out there. If it was Halloween, I could explain some of this.
Yeah, it is Halloween to Legacy.
It is. And it's all terror right now. From the 33, Lobos football, I formation. Turn, play action. Allen sails it deep. Right side, man open. Caught at the 22-yard line. And a 1st down for the Lobos. And again, caught by number 7, Frederick Hawkins. A beautiful throw and catch. And a gain of 41 yards on the play and a 1st down to the 23.
That's pretty impressive there.
Turn and hand off on a 1st down. They'll hand it off up the middle. And that may be Tatum back in the ball game. Nope, check that. Number 35 in there now for Jonathan Lee, who gains nothing on the play. On 2nd down and 10, Allen swings it out to Hawkins. Hawkins fights for extra yardage after getting wrapped up, and he gets the first down. They'll move the chains as he gets to the 13-yard line. Good effort by Hawkins.
Yeah, Hawkins is now the leading receiver for Longview in this game.
Oh, my gosh. Now we have a man down on the field for Tyler Legacy. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Experience fun and freedom with the legendary Jeep line at Peters, built with you in mind and ready for adventure. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve your next new Jeep with the options you want. Peters Jeep in Longview.
Man still down for Tyler Legacy here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn. And now he's being helped to his feet, and he's going to be limping off the field, and that's not a good sign for another offensive lineman. I believe that's number 90, and that looks like it's Jalen Dahl, and Jalen Dahl is one of their top defensive linemen. Yes. He's a starting nose guard.
Second one that's gone down for them.
So a big blow for the Legacy defense on top of the fact that they're down 42-0 with 25 seconds remaining. Ball's on the 13-yard line. Lobos have it, trying to knock on the door again. Allen fade to the end zone, going up and catching it. It's a touchdown, is it? Did he catch it? I think he did.
Yep.
It's Longview, and it's a score. And it's Hawkins. Wow.
Hawkins.
Frederick Hawkins.
His fourth catch, his first touchdown of the year. He's the leading receiver in the first half.
Allen, I think, with his third touchdown pass of the night to Frederick Hawkins from 13 yards out. Fields is going to kick the extra point. It's up, and it's good. And with 16 seconds remaining, it's now Longview 49, Tyler Legacy nothing. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Story and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Story and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. The Ram truck lineup at Peters Ram is designed to go further and experience more. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve the Ram truck that's right for you with the options you want. Peters Ram in Longview.
Allen with 4 touchdown passes in the first half, and the kickoff by Fields. It's taken at the 1. It's a fair catch, and they'll bring it out to the 25 with 16 seconds to go, and Longview on top. Allen has thrown the football to Elijah Johnson on a bootleg to make it 7-0. In the second quarter, he had a 34-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Hale. Later in the quarter, he had a 41-yard touchdown pass to Hawkins. No, that's a 41-yard pass to Hawkins, not a touchdown. But it led to an Allen to Frederick Hawkins 13-yard score. So 3 touchdown passes in the first half for Jordan Allen.
He's completed 10 of 15 passes, too.
He's had a great year so far. They'll hand it off up the middle. Micah Pearson across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. 9 seconds to go. I doubt this will be another play run here in the first half, as we're going to go to halftime with Longview leading it by a score of 49-0. Stay tuned for the Eastman Credit Union halftime. We'll come back and recap the scoring of the first half, and then you'll hear from Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob talking about the Friday night scoreboard show. That's all coming up in just a moment. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Sophie's Car Wash, a longtime sponsor of Longview Lobo football. Now with their third location in Lakeport, plus the original on Highway 80 and their self-serve location on Wall Street in Longview. For savings and convenience, get a monthly pass good at the Highway 80 location or in Lakeport.
Sophie's is a place to be.
Once again, Sophie's Car Wash is proud to support Longview Lobo football. Go Lobos!
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Make Margaritaville Sportsbook your go-to game day spot. Bet, eat, and watch all in one place. We're your 50-yard line front row ticket to all the action on all the games. With real-time odds and the best prop bets around. Plus, earn with the most rewarding loyalty program in the country. My Choice. Every time you place a bet. The Sportsbook at Margaritaville. The best place to place your bets and get your grub on.
See Player Services for more details. Must be 21 or older to enter the casino or open a My Choice account. Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Bitches RV is a bit new around here, so we have questions. What exactly is bigger in Texas? Is it really everything, or is it just high school football? We can't wait to see for ourselves every Friday night with our Longview Lobos family. Bitches is built on family and fun and lifelong memories. Sounds like football in Texas, right? So we got your back every pregame, tailgate, postgame, after party, and everything in between. Go Lobos! Bitches RV, where memories begin.
Extra yardage checking special at Telco Plus Credit Union. Gain the extra yardage you need by opening a Telco Plus checking account. Open one new checking with promo code 50yards to earn $50. Telco Plus' checking account have 2-day early deposits, instant issue debit cards, and a lot more. Offer September 1st through 30th, 2022. Visit telcoplus.org for full details and restrictions. Federally insured by the NCUA. Must complete 7 purchases by October 14th to earn $50.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. The Ram truck lineup at Peters Ram is designed to go further and experience more. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve the Ram truck that's right for you with the options you want. Peters Ram in Longview.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Not all damage is preventable.
Oh no, the squid monster's attacking our ship! We're going down!
But it is forgivable.
There's a waterfall coming down the stairs!
And fixable.
Flood Out Restoration specializes in residential and commercial water and fire damage restoration. Our services include fast action disaster recovery from fires, water extraction, and structural drying and mold remediation. We coordinate with your insurance company to reduce stress and restore your property quickly to get you back on your feet. FloodOutRestoration.com.
Make Margaritaville Sportsbook your go-to game day spot. Bet, eat, and watch all in one place. We're your 50-yard line front row ticket to all the action on all the games. With real-time odds and the best prop top bets around. Plus, earn with the most rewarding loyalty program in the country. My Choice. Every time you place a bet. The Sportsbook at Margaritaville. The best place to place your bets and get your grub on.
See Player Services for more details. Must be 21 or older to enter the casino or open a My Choice account. Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Go all the way back to the beginning when God created football. Football!
Let's go! Welcome to the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Well, how we doing, Lobo fans? Harlan, the sports guy, and Pigskin Bob on your Eastman Credit Union halftime report. And we're over on the Friday night scoreboard show. That's Kicks or the Ranch. Either way, after Longview beats Legacy tonight, join us over there, and we'll catch up on all the football around East Texas, because that's what we do on Friday nights while the Lobos are taking care of number 200 for John King.
I sure as heck hope he gets to bring it home.
I feel pretty confident that he will. Bob, let's talk about some of the games that you and Bad Brad are searching after.
Okay, because you're hearing Legacy on the radio right now. Across the Metroplex, you got Tyler taking on Mesquite Horn, and Tyler took Legacy to 4 overtimes last week. Are they going to be able to keep it close at Mesquite Horn and maybe bring home a win to Smith County?
Boy, I think if the Tyler Lions straighten out their quarterback play, I think they're going to be a problem for teams down the road. They're still working on some of that stuff out.
Now, I know you're a big A&M Consolidated fan, because even more so, they're taking on Lufkin tonight. They're at home, so go A&M Consolidated. We'll give you those scores.
Haynes King playing for A&M. It's a big deal.
Sulphur Springs travels to a much-improved Hallsville program. A couple of wins under their belt so far this season.
Think about this, Bob. They've won 5 of their last 6 games, dating back to the end of last year, when all of a sudden they had everything figured out. Watch out for the Bobcats.
I say watch out. You got Henderson traveling to Marshall tonight. Liberty, Ilo, and Mount Pleasant looks like a fun game to the Pigskin. And Lindale Van. If you're a high school football fan, you'll be interested in this game. You got 2 powerhouses getting it on tonight.
I think that's one of the best rivalries that doesn't get the limelight of a Longview Marshall or a Hallsville Pine Tree. Those teams like that. Van Lindale, great rivalry game.
You got Gladewater traveling to Spring Hill, Pittsburgh at Tatum this evening, and then this matchup that I'm high on: West Rusk travels to Mineola, the home of the Yellow Jackets.
You have been talking about that game all week long. You think it's going to be the game of the week?
I think it is.
Yeah.
West Rusk is really, really, really good.
They looked really, really confused the first week. They looked better last week. Mineola, they got that Dawson Pendergrass, that great running back. I think it's going to be a great game. I don't think it's the best game of the week.
Where are you going to find out?
But, yes, I know you're excited about that.
Listen up tonight. Carlisle travels to ARP, and then Timpson Dangerfield. Don't go to sleep on that football game. No. Timpson is really good, and we know firsthand how good Dangerfield is.
Well, and just think about the fabulous 15 Beast Texas voting. The 15 sports writers around East Texas vote, and you've got Dangerfield and Timpson in the top 3, with Mount Vernon the only other team in the top 3 on everyone's ballot. So that's a whale of a game right there. I think that's the best game tonight.
I know. I love the fact that we don't agree. Other games we'll be following all the way down to 6-man. If you want to see know what Union Hill and Ovila do, or Brook Hill and Grace and private school action, we've got it all on the Friday night scoreboard show.
So after this Longview Lobo victory, I invite you to join us. We're on 104.1 The Ranch or Kicks 105.7. Coming back from Tyler to Longview or this area, tune it right in here, and we'll be glad to.
One more. Starville and Sugar Hill tonight.
Well, and I don't have to tell you about the Starville fans when Sugar Hill goes to Starville.
Tonight
on 104.1 The Ranch, Kicks 105.7. It's the Friday night scoreboard show with your old buddies, Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob. This is your Eastman Credit Union halftime report on your home for Longview Lobo football. 106.5 Jack FM.
If your loan isn't with Eastman Credit Union, you're missing out. Come to us for your next auto or RV loan. We'll do our best to find the loan that fits your budget and lifestyle. When you're ready for your loan, you can apply online, in a branch, or give us a call. Sign your documents from anywhere. We'll send the money when you're ready. Get 3 months with no payments, a great rate, and earn extraordinary dividends. ECU makes it convenient, and you leave happy.
Visit ECU for your next auto loan. It's what we do. Eastman Credit Union.
Soapy's Car Wash, a longtime sponsor of Longview Lobo football. Now with their third location in Lakeport, plus the original on Highway 80 and their self-serve location on Wall Street in Longview. For savings and convenience, get a monthly pass good at the Highway 80 location or in Lakeport.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Once again, Soapy's Car Wash is proud to support Longview Lobo football. Go Lobos!
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Unit 1, move out. Roger. Unit 2, move out.
10-4.
Unit 3, move out.
Got it.
Remember, men, your mission is to find every nook and cranny the enemy can use to infiltrate this premises. Then it will be your duty to neutralize the invaders with extreme prejudice.
Copy that.
Roger.
Moving out. Don't let the pests take over your home. Shut down the operation today. Call the Bug Police to patrol your property at 553-9003 or visit them online at thebugpolice.com. The Bug Police. They shoot to kill and aim to please.
How did hiring the right person become so difficult? Well, it doesn't have to be. Alpha Digital already has targeted databases built of very qualified candidates that are just looking for the right opportunity. That allows you to target exactly who you're trying to reach with a budget that is customized just for you. Learn about all the possibilities by going to alphamediadigital.com today. Find your next star employee with alphamediadigital.com.
Do you know any experienced health professionals? If so, the team at Christus Good Shepherd would love to meet them. Call us today at 833-315-GOOD and you could receive $1,500 for the referral. We need associates in surgery, lab, imaging, nursing, respiratory, and therapy. At Christus, we value what each individual brings to our mission and aim to create a culture where quality of work and quality of life live harmoniously. It's a win-win. Call today, 833-315-4663.
September 3rd is Bacon Day. September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr, matey. September 25th is Comic Book Day. But any day is a good day to save big on crazy fast internet and unlimited data. Get Cable Link's broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data together for under $25 per month. We make it easy to switch. Plus, everything wireless in your home connects best with true broadband speeds and no buffering. There's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Save big on your internet every day. Get Cable Link's broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data under $25 per month.
Don't miss out. Ask how to qualify for free or discounted internet service. Email support at cablelinks.com or call 800-903-0508. Some restrictions will apply. Many factors affect speed.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Experience fun and freedom with the legendary Jeep line at Peters, built with you in mind and ready for adventure. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve your next new Jeep with the options you want. Peters Jeep in Longview.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Halftime at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn. It's homecoming tonight at Tyler Legacy, but they are not having much fun right now because it's 49-0. Just a recap of the scoring. I'm not going to give you a lot of details, but in the first quarter, Jordan Allen had a touchdown pass to Elijah Johnson from 6 yards out, made it 7-0. With 6:23 to go in the first quarter. Later on, after Darian Boone partially blocked a punt, Taylor scored from 9 yards out, made it 14-0 with 1:36 to go in the first quarter. In the second quarter, 2 back-to-back defensive touchdowns by the Lobos. Jordan Allen throws a 34-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Hale to make it 21-0, and then the defense gets in action. Darian Boone recovers a bad option pitch in the end zone to make it 28-0. Billy Smith follows with an interception of a deflected pass. Takes it 15 yards for the score. That made it 35-0. And then from there, Taylor Tatum with a 22-yard touchdown pass to make it 42-0. And then Allen finishes off the scoring for Longview with a 13-yard touchdown pass to Frederick Hawkins. That made it 49-0. Johnny, it has just been all Longview.
Yeah, this all started when they went for it on 4th and 2, and they were trying to get some momentum, and once they didn't make it, it just has gone downhill for them, and it's just been all Longview. Hawkins has been the leading receiver for Longview. He hadn't caught a pass all year, and he catches 4 tonight with the TD. They moved the ball. Elijah Johnson's had another good first half. He played well last week. I think in the second half you're going to see probably I don't know if you'll see any of the starters for Longview, but they'll try to probably run the ball and just get this over with. And Legacy, if I don't know what you tell your team, if the Legacy coach, you just hope that this doesn't roll into what could be a season that goes awry right here early on in the season. But we'll see. But I got to tell you, Jordan Allen, this is the third game we've seen, and Jordan Allen, tonight he's completed 10 of 15 passes. He's thrown 3 touchdown passes. I mean, he has made great strides this season, and I got to say kudos for him.
He's dang near flawless in these first 3 ball games.
I know
he really is. And you mentioned that 4th and 2. That happened in the first couple of minutes of the second quarter when they were already down 14-0, and they decided to go for it on their own 34-yard line, and Longview's defense didn't let them get anywhere with it. And from that point, when Allen turned right around on the next play, throws it for the touchdown pass, it's over.
It's over, yeah. And then when the oomph goes out of your team, you just can't get it back, you know, and that's what's happened here. I think you'll see Longview play. I'd be surprised maybe one series, but I don't think you'll see any of their starters in here the second half.
I think the coaches may just go ahead and go back to Longview now at halftime. Just, hey, we're finished. It's over. All right, we're going to take a timeout, and we'll continue with the Eastman Credit Union halftime show. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Did you know that you can make your current home your perfect home with an ECU home equity loan? Need another room? Want to remodel the kitchen or just need repairs? Whatever your situation, we've got a loan for that. Whether you have a lot of equity in your home or just a little, Eastman Credit Union has a home equity loan option that's right for you. Visit ecu.org/home equity to learn more or apply today. ECU is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to obtain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
Unit 1, move out.
Roger.
Unit 2, move out.
10-4.
Unit 3, move out.
Got it.
Remember, men, your mission is to find every nook and cranny the enemy can use to infiltrate this premises. Then it will be your duty to neutralize the invaders with extreme prejudice.
Copy that.
Roger.
Moving out. Don't let the pest take over your home. Shut down the operation today. Call the Bug Police to patrol your property at 553-9003 or visit them online at thebugpolice.com. The Bug Police. They shoot to kill and aim to please.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. The Ram truck lineup at Peters Ram is designed to go further and experience more. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve the Ram truck that's right for you with the options you want. Peters Ram in Longview.
Soapy's Car Wash, a longtime sponsor of Longview Lobo football. Now with their third location in Lakeport, plus the original on Highway 80 and their self-serve location on Wall Street in Longview. For savings and convenience, get a monthly pass good at the Highway 80 location or in Lakeport.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Once again, Soapy's Car Wash is proud to support Longview Lobo football. Go Lobos!
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM.
This is the halftime report.
The marching band will perform a portion. Back here at Christmas Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium, Brian Houston along with Johnny Tatum, Johnny Vaughn. We got goodies, man. I mean, I got to stop for cookies here. I'm not going to lie. I grabbed one for you and one for me. But anyway, thank you very much. Hospitality at Rose Stadium is fantastic. I got to tell you, these folks are old friends, and I really appreciate them taking care of us like they do. Johnny, you mentioned you took a look around the state at 5A and what's going on right now. Kind of roll us through some of that stuff that's going on and maybe put into context what Longview's dealing with down the line.
Yeah, it's some interesting games that are taking place. We go through the top 10. Of course, Longview is 1. Frisco Lone Star is 2. A&M Consolidated is 3, and they're playing Lufkin tonight. So we'll see. We'll get an idea on how good Lufkin is. A&M Consolidated's got a really good team. 4 is Mansfield Timberview. 5 is Tascosa. 6 is Port Arthur Memorial. 7's Denton Ryan. And then back into our district, number 8 is Lancaster. And they've got a tough one tonight, too. They're playing Denton Guyer. Denton Guyer is a 6A team, and they're ranked also in the top 10. 9 is College Station, and 10's Richmond Foster. So the two games that's going to be worth looking at is Lancaster and Guyer and Lufkin and A&M Consolidated, because those are the next 2 week opponents for Longview, and we'll see how that fares. And, of course, Longview is going to win here tonight, and they're going to stay as the number 1 team in the state.
But it just shows you go through all these teams that you talked about. And John King mentioned it in the pregame show, how really hard it is to win a state championship in Texas because the state's so big and you've got so much quality football all over the state. So to win 16 ball games against the kind of competition they'll see in the playoffs, assuming they make the playoffs, it's really early to be talking about stuff like that, but you'd have to believe this is going to take a miracle for them not to make the playoffs as a 1 or a 2.
But what you don't know is all you can do is look in the paper and see these other teams, and you say, well, nobody could be better than us, you know? And then all of a sudden you get in the playoffs and you don't get your best game and you end up losing. You've seen that numerous times, and I don't think you'll get that from Longview. I think Coach King has been around enough that he can guard against it, but I've seen it a lot of times. And as a matter of fact, last year, I think that College Station, I thought nobody was going to be better than them, and then they play Katy Pito in the state championship game. Pito just runs over them like they're nothing. So
it's really hard to gauge how good teams are in these different regions, and also looking at matchups. You might run into a team that just is built to stop what you can do. Maybe they can't beat anybody else in the playoffs, but they just are a perfect matchup for you.
Exactly.
And so that makes it really tough too.
And then things that come into play too is I'm telling you. We know because we've lost quite a few games where the wind ended up being the difference in the game. Wow. And we stay down here in East Texas, and you almost never play in the wind. And the further west you go, the worse it gets. And so you just what you got to do is you got to take every game as it is, move on to the next one, and just not lose your focus. And I think that's one of the things about Coach King. He's been around long enough. He knows what you need to do to keep the team focused on what they need to do.
Which is why he's headed for win number 200 tonight. And, you might as well go ahead and just give it to him now. It's 49-0. Let's take a timeout. We'll continue with the Eastman Credit Union halftime show. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Did you know that you can make your current home your perfect home with an ECU home equity loan? Need another room? Want to remodel the kitchen or just need repairs? Whatever your situation, we've got a loan for that. Whether you have a lot of equity in your home or just a little, Eastman Credit Union has a home equity loan option that's right for you. Visit ecu.org/home equity to learn more or apply today. ECU is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Bish's RV is a bit new around here, so we have questions. What exactly is bigger in Texas? Is it really everything, or is it just high school football? We can't wait to see for ourselves every Friday night with our Longview Lobos family. Bish's is built on family, and fun, and lifelong memories. Sounds like football in Texas, right? So we got your back every pregame, tailgate, postgame, after party, and everything in between. Go Lobos! Bish's RV, where memories begin.
Not all damage is preventable.
Oh no, the squid monster's attacking our ship! We're going down!
But it is forgivable.
There's a waterfall coming down the stairs!
And fixable.
Flood Out Restoration specializes in residential and commercial water and fire damage restoration. Our services include fast action disaster recovery from fires, water extraction, and structural drying and mold remediation. We coordinate with your insurance company to reduce stress and restore your property quickly to get you back on your feet. FloodOutRestoration.com.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to attain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Sophie's Car Wash, a longtime sponsor of Longview Lobo football. Now with their third location in Lakeport, plus the original on Highway 80 and their self-serve location on Wall Street in Longview. For savings and convenience, get a monthly pass good at the Highway 80 location or in Lakeport.
Sophie's is a place to be.
Once again, Sophie's Car Wash is proud to support Longview Lobo football. Go Lobos!
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn here on this Friday night, the third game of the season for the Longview Lobos, and barring something really bizarre happening like the end of the world, Longview is going to win this ball game. They're up 49-0 at halftime, and it looks like John King can go ahead and put that 200th win on the chalkboard. I think it's safe to say he's going to get it tonight.
I think even he would say it's pretty safe.
This is about as least suspenseful a football game as you could ask for tonight, because it was 14-0 in the first quarter, and then again the roof caved in. A couple of defensive touchdowns by Longview, and they're getting ready to receive the kickoff now to start the second half. Up 49-0. And it'll be really interesting to see how many fresh faces we see as the kickoff sends the return man back into the end zone. He brings it out to the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, still running at the 40, 45, 50, and finally down in his own end of the territory, in Longview territory, number 20, Kelvin Washington, with a 52-yard kickoff return. And the Lobos just keep on finding every possible way to make life miserable for the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders.
I think that's the first carry he's had this year, don't you? Do you remember?
I don't recall ever calling his name before, but 52 yards, because he brought it out to the 47, and they're going to be in Legacy territory already to start. 1st and 10. Allen's in the ball game at quarterback. We'll see how long that lasts. They'll hand it off up the middle, breaking a tackle and getting to about the 41-yard line. We'll see who starts the second half out there at running back. That's going to be number 35, Jonathan Lee. So we're not even going to see starting running backs, and it's very unlikely we're going to see any starters at all in this second half other than Jordan Allen. And I would imagine that he's not long for this world.
No, I think he may just get one series.
Handoff up the middle, first down, Longview. About a 6-yard gain on the play. And I believe that was number 20, Kelvin Washington, I think. Keep seeing a 0, but I haven't been able to see the other number. And again, they're just running backs in and out right now. So it's 1st and 10, Longview at the Tyler Legacy 36-yard line. They'll have a split backfield. Allen's in the gun. They'll send 2 wide receivers to the left. Handoff. It's number 40. No, he faked it. And as a keep up the middle, Allen did a tremendous job faking it, gets a first down. A flag is down at the 25-yard line. And it was number 40 that had that last carry, Jose Soto. He was faked the ball. And then Allen just ran a zone read and took off for 10 yards and a first down. We'll see what the penalty marker's about.
Man.
It's holding against Longview. And we may start seeing some of this now, too, because, again, you're going to see a lot of people who aren't used to playing a whole lot.
Exactly. Some that hadn't played any all year.
That's it. So back the Lobos up to the 44-yard line. I'd give you a starting lineup for the second half, but there's a whole lot of faces in here that wouldn't be on my chart right now. We'll just try to let you know who's in and who's out. They'll hand it off up the middle. And after about a yard gain, a big stick by the Legacy defense. And I believe that was Soto again who had the carry.
It's hard to see these numbers tonight.
Oh. And if you think it's hard with the Longview numbers, you should see the Legacy numbers, because it's red on red jerseys, black numbers with a little pencil-thin white outline on them, so you can barely make them out. Ball's at the 34 now. Second down, 8. Ball quick out. Hawkins catches it out to the 25. Check that. That's 17. That is Ethan Harrison. Harrison gets the first down for Longview. Move the sticks. Drive continues, 9:30 to go in the third quarter. Longview looking to add to a 49-0 lead here early in the third quarter. Next week, we're at Abe Martin Stadium in Lufkin, Texas. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Pregame with John King will start at 7 right here. Handoff up the middle, battling, and getting to the 19-yard line. Another good surge. And again, that's Soto, who went right up the middle for 4 to the 20. And another injured player for the Legacy Red Raiders. We'll take a timeout, 30 seconds. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
September 3rd is Bacon Day. September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr, matey. September 25th is Comic Book Day. But any day is a good day to save big on crazy fast internet and unlimited data. Get Cable Link's broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data together for under $25 per month. We make it easy to switch. Plus, everything wireless in your home connects best with true broadband speeds and no buffering. There's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Save big on your internet every day. Get Cable Link's broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data under $25 per month.
Don't miss out. Ask how to qualify for free or discounted internet service. Email support at cablelinks.com or call 800-903-0508. Some restrictions will apply. Many factors affect speed.
Longview, after the injured player was taken off of the field, and that was number 52, Alejandro Salgado, another defensive lineman. Longview gets a 1-yard gain, and now they'll come from the I formation on 3rd down and 5. And Jordan Allen's going to keep it, and he's going to roll around the left side. He's going to pick up the first down, get to the 11-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. First down, Longview.
That's just the quarterback keep, and he ran the sweep, and then when he turned it up, he lowered the boom on the tackler.
He's made some tremendous decisions tonight in all phases of the game, both with the option runs. He's making that plays with his legs. He's done that all year, and he's thrown the ball really well. 1st and 10, Longview, 7:46 to go, third quarter, 49-0. They lead Tyler Legacy. Turn, handoff, left side, walking into the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Longview Lobos. It's number 20, and that will be Kelvin Washington for the Lobos, the man who had the 52-yard kickoff return to start this thing. Finishes off a 47-yard drive with a 13-yard run.
They've just got endless speed on this team. I mean, he turned that in, and he looks like a first-team running back.
It's incredible, the depth of this ball club. Now the snapback extra point is up. We have a new kicker in the ball game, too. And I believe that was Nicholas Onofre. And it is 56-0 now. Longview on top of Tyler Legacy. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Extra yardage checking special at Telco Plus Credit Union. Gain the extra yardage you need by opening a Telco Plus checking account. Open one new checking with promo code 50yards to earn $50. Telco Plus' checking account have 2-day early deposits, instant issue debit cards, and a lot more. Offer September 1st through 30th, 2022. Visit telcoplus.org for full details and restrictions. Federally insured by the NCUA. Must complete 7 purchases by October 14th to earn $50.
Kelvin Washington with a 13-yard touchdown run to make it 56-0. Longview on top with 7:36 to go in the third quarter. Now they're going to kick it off. And it's a new kicker in the game again, and he's going to kick it down to the 5, to the 15, 20, 25, 30, still on his feet, 40, caught from behind, ball comes out and goes out of bounds, and there's a flag on the play. The kickoff return by Matthew Ross. And now let's see what the penalty marker's all about. Maybe a block in the back.
It looked like.
Or a face mask. They're marching back is Legacy. So that doesn't bode well for the team from Tyler. Let's see what they're going to be doing with it now.
It looked like to me it was a fumble, and Kevin Washington picked it up. So let's see what they do, what they're calling.
I think he recovered it out of bounds, but the penalty marker was behind it. It is a block in the back by Tyler Legacy. It's declined.
That's fumble.
And a fumble. Wow. I thought he fumbled it, recovered it out of bounds. So if you said, would you say Kelvin Washington?
Yeah, Kelvin Washington gets the fumble.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, 56-0, and apparently they're not done yet because Kelvin Washington is going to make a name for himself tonight. 47-yard line is where Longview starts. They'll hand it off. Up the middle, they'll go for about 2 yards, and it'll be a second down and 8. I think it's Jonathan Lee that carried the football.
That's who it was.
2-yard gain to the 45. Lobos have the football. Tutt is in the ball game now at quarterback. So we've seen the last of Jordan Allen tonight. They'll hand it off, and Steverson gets dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Renaud, along with number 90, Jalen Dahl, who's back in the ball game. That's good to see because he left early with an injury in the first half for Tyler Legacy. So 2 of their starting defensive linemen back in the ball game. Renaud, the 4-star, an outstanding player that's probably going to end up at either Oklahoma or Alabama when you look at the ratings.
That tells you everything you need to know.
That pretty much does it, doesn't it? 3rd down and 8. Lobo football at the 45. Turn.
Open.
Tutt's going to keep it, and he's going to throw it, and it's incomplete, and it was intended for 33, Brandavian Steverson, and it's going to be 4th down. Here comes the punt team.
Steverson was open in the flat, but Tutt was under heavy pressure, and he had to throw backing up. As a consequence, he couldn't get much on it, and it goes incomplete.
So Michael Fields is going to come on to punt the football. And back deep for Tyler Legacy is Jayshawn Lee. Fields will roll to his right, punt it high, fair catch caught, and then the Legacy receivers get away from it as it bounces and dies at the 20-yard line. So Tyler Legacy will take over with 5:59 to go in a fast-moving third quarter. Thank goodness.
Really?
Keep that clock running. But their trailing Legacy is 56-0. They'll start at their own 20-yard line. Wolf remains in the game at quarterback. He'll drop back. He throws a quick pass out to the right side. The ball is caught and dropped, and it was a lateral pass, but they ruled it incomplete. It was intended for number 80, Micah Igaya, and he just didn't hang on to it. And then there was a defender right up on top of him for Longview with press coverage. No chance there. It's 2nd down and 10.
Straight down the line pass, and Longview's just too fast in the secondary. I mean, just about the time the ball gets there, there's plenty of Lobos were there too.
I don't have any stats, but I'd be shocked if Tyler Legacy has 100 yards of offense tonight. Wolf, hands off. Micah Pearson. Boy, he's dropped back there behind the line of scrimmage, and a wave of the fingers saying, no, 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 you're not going to get by me. And that tackle made by number 48, Kylan Sublett. Check that, LaQuavian Jackson, 48. LaQuavian Jackson. 5:33 to go, third quarter.
Well, my stats sometimes are not that accurate, but I've got them with only 30 yards rushing.
I can believe it. They just have not gotten anything going on offense tonight. Wolf back to throw. Rolling to his right. Pressure tries to set up a screen, and you're right, Johnny. Threw it into a crowd. Dangerous, but incomplete. Incomplete and intended for 42, Grant Parker. But boy, there were a lot of people right around that, including linemen all around him.
You can't be given ground and then try to throw the football. And he's lucky that didn't end up being intercepted and returned for a touchdown.
Christian Baxter's going to come out onto the field now to punt for Tyler Legacy. Line of scrimmage is their own 20-yard line. He's back at his 6. He'll roll to his right, do that little soccer pooch kick. It's an end-over-end kick away from anybody that will have a chance to return it. It will roll all the way down to the Longview 37-yard line. That's going to be a punt, 43 yards. Good job by Baxter. And Longview takes over. 1st and 10 with 5:05 left here in the third quarter. Again, 56-0 the score in this ball game. And Andrew Tutt is the quarterback now for the Lobos. As we've seen the last of all of the stars tonight. One back, handoff, left side, running, gets out beyond the line of scrimmage, gets a couple of yards, and then not much more. That is number 20, Kelvin Washington, who's really made a name for himself for the last time they had the ball. He had a 52-yard kickoff return, a 13-yard touchdown run, and then he recovered a fumble on the following ensuing play by Tyler Legacy. So he's made a name for himself in the third quarter.
Yeah, he probably put himself in position to get more playing time, too.
I think so. Big plays in the special teams, in the running game. And it's 2nd down and 5, Lobos at their own 41. Handoff up the middle. Breaking it outside. 45, 40, and out of bounds. Another strong run by number 20, Kelvin Washington. It has been his quarter.
Dadgum, it's pretty amazing you be that far down the pecking order and be as fast as he is. I mean, he's running against their first team, so.
It's a deep team, and they're extremely talented. Ball's at the Legacy 37-yard line, split backfield. They'll hand it off to Washington again. Washington trying to find room outside. He gets stopped. Legacy trying to strip the ball. Can't get it out of his hands. Brooks Gallagher was the man who made the tackle after a short gain. He picked up 2 on the play, maybe 3. And they'll spot him at the 35-yard line with 3:48 to play in the third quarter.
He ended up with those 2 yards, but that was a tough 2 yards.
Yes,
he was
sir.
hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he just carried the pile with him for a couple of yards. And I mean, he's been pretty impressive, hasn't he?
Lobo tough. 2nd down and 8. Tutt hands it off. Again. Kelvin Washington right up the middle. And he picks up about a yard on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and 7 now for the Lobos. They're at the 34-yard line of Legacy. Really looking forward to next week and a renewal of another great rivalry in East Texas between Longview and Lufkin. Our friend Todd Quick, the head coach over at Lufkin High School, has a good ball club this year. Tutt rolls to his right, fires it deep. Man's wide open, and he overthrew him. It was again intended for Kelvin Washington, who was open, and a good throw would have had him for a first down inside the 10. 2:42 left in the third quarter.
trying to throw on the run and just wasn't very accurate there. Let's see what Longview done. They're clearly not going to punt from here.
Nah.
So
2:42, the clock stuck at that point with 56-0 on the scoreboard for the Lobos. Split backfield on 4th down. And Tutt will swing it out to the right side. The ball is caught and dropped. Just hit him right in the hands, and Jose Soto couldn't hang on to it. Just a screen out there to the right side, incomplete, and so the ball will go over on downs to the Red Raiders with 2:40 left in the third quarter and a 56-0 deficit they're facing. They'll start on their own 34-yard line. They'll send 3 wideouts to the left side. Wolf stays in at quarterback. And he'll hand it off. Micah Pearson up the middle. And Pearson with not much running room. He's tackled by 48, LaQuavian Jackson, after a gain of about 2. 2nd down and 8 from the 36-yard line for the Red Raiders. Longview Lobos fans came in quite a crowd tonight across the way at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, and enjoying this ball game, I'm sure. 2nd down, man in motion to the right side. They'll hand it off up the middle. Nowhere to go for Micah Pearson, and getting up off the bottom of the pile is LaQuavian Jackson again. 3rd down and 8 after no gain on the play, and the ball at the 36-yard line. It's on the right hash mark. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, and Wolf back to throw. Now he'll roll out. He's got pressure coming on the backside. He'll fire the ball downfield. It's incomplete. He had a man open, but the ball was off the mark. It was intended for number 24, Kendon Pauley. Incomplete. Now it's 4th down.
That's a pretty tough throw there as he rolled to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback, and he had to throw it back a little bit to the inside, and it just was not accurate. That's a tough pass to throw.
For anybody.
Yeah.
And so now it's 4th down and 8. Line of scrimmage is the Tyler Legacy 36. Baxter takes the snap, puts his foot into it. It's a fair catch back at the 37-yard line by number 16, Drake Mayfield. Lobos get the ball again as this thing is settled down now. And Longview just trying to get out of here with a big win, and win number 200 for John King. They'll start at their own 38-yard line. Andrew Tutt, the quarterback's got 2 running backs on either side. High snap, he'll pull it down, and there's a whistle, and there's a flag on the play, and there may have been some movement prior to the snap. It is a false start, and it's a 5-yard penalty against the Lobos. So it'll be 1st and 15, the ball back at the 34-yard line for Longview with 1:10 to play in the third quarter. 2 wideouts to the right side. Handoff up the middle. And a short gain on the play. And trying to make out the number, I think it's 33, and that would be Jonathan Lee. Check that, 35. No, our Steverson might have carried it. Second down after a gain maybe a yard or two, and it's second down and 12 from the Longview 36-yard line. They're in the eye now. Lone back. Tut turns, hands off. Lee breaks it up the middle, 45 to the 48-yard line. Jonathan Lee. And he's just short of the first down at the 47-yard line. He needed to get to the 48. So he's a yard shy. It's third down and 1. And the clock is going to run out in the third quarter, and that's going to be the end of 3. Longview 56, Tyler Legacy nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Do you know any experienced health professionals? If so, the team at Christus Good Shepherd would love to meet them. Call us today at 833-315-GOOD and you could receive $1,500 for the referral. We need associates in surgery, lab, imaging, nursing, respiratory, and therapy. At Christus, we value what each individual brings to our mission and aim to create a culture where quality of work and quality of life live harmoniously. It's a win-win. Call today, 833-315-4663.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Final 12 minutes from Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium on third down and 1. They'll turn, hand it off, and upended, but over for the first down, Jonathan Lee, and it's 1st and 10 Longview. They lead it 56-0 with 11:52 to go on the ball game, and they move the chains. Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, where it has been homecoming for Tyler Legacy, but the only team celebrating tonight's been Longview.
No kidding.
Oh. 1st and 10 Lobos from their own 48-yard line. I formation, center, quarterback under center, Tut hands it off, and he's blasted right in the hole. And that's number 33 for Longview, and that's Steverson on that carry for a gain of about 2. And I'm, as you said, Johnny, I'm suspecting that that's what we're going to see as a steady diet of runs up the middle now for the rest of this ball game.
Yeah, I think you'll just see them try to milk the clock. They still might throw every once in a while, but it'll mostly be runs.
2nd down and 8 from the 50. Tut goes back to throw, fires complete at the 42-yard line, fighting to the 40, and that's Ethan Harrison, who's going to pick up another first down for Longview. So the bench players are having some fun tonight.
Yeah.
Guys that don't see a lot of action. And that was one thing John King said after the ball game last week against Marshall. They've got so much talent on this team. He says, I've got to make sure I get these guys some playing time to keep them interested. 1st and 10, Longview at Tyler Legacy's 41. They'll hand it off. Jonathan Lee breaks it outside, gets across the 35 to the 34-yard line. And it's going to set up a 2nd down and 4 at the 35. Longview marching again, and it's been pretty much backups in the ball game since basically the second half began. Jordan Allen played a couple of series, and then Anthony Tutt has been in at quarterback since then. 2 wide to the left side, I formation, handoff up the middle, fighting for extra yardage, Jonathan Lee. He'll get to about the 31-yard line. They say he made enough yards for the first down, and they moved the sticks. Another first down for the Lobos, and Legacy has no answer. And they're doing nothing fancy now. They're just lining up, running between the tackles.
Running straight at me. Longview's had 8 different people carry the football tonight, so everybody getting a shot.
And they got a shot with a whole half because it was so out of hand in the first half. 1st and 10 Lobos at the 30-yard line of Tyler Legacy. A handoff, this time caught in the backfield and dropped for a loss on the play. That's Steverson. And making the tackle, number 43, Paul Ratliff. Dropped it for a 2-yard loss. Clock continues to move. 8:51 to play in the ball game. After the game, we'll be talking to Coach John King. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Longview Kilgore Cable, First Choice Personnel, Bish RV, Soapy's Car Wash, Telco Plus Credit Union, Longview Orthopedics, the Bug Police, Christa's Good Shepherd Medical Center, Flood Out Restoration, McDaniel's Quality Body Works, and a flag goes down, and it's a false start against Longview. That'll back it up for 5 yards. And so it'll make it 2nd down and about 17 as the balls move back to the Legacy 37-yard line. And up to the line of scrimmage come the Lobos with 2 wideouts to the left. Man in motion comes to the near side. A jet sweep is going to be taken and cut up the field to the 27-yard line, and down he goes. And that's Mackay Stewart, another guy touching the ball. He was lined up as a flanker on the right side, came across the way and took the jet sweep, stuck his foot in the ground, and made about 6 yards. Third down and 9 from the 29-yard line. Lobos taking their time, just working the clock down. Play clock at 8. Tutt takes the snap at 6. Back to throw. Deep ball, end zone, almost caught. Incomplete. Double coverage back there by Legacy. Pass was intended, I believe. Was that 27? Yeah, it looks like it was, and it looks like that was Mackay Stewart.
Yeah. He carried the ball on the previous possession, and that time they tried to go deep. It was a pretty good throw, but it wasn't bad defense that time by Legacy.
4th down and about 9 yards to go now. Clock is stopped after the incompletion at 7:31 to go in the ball game. Hope you'll stick around for the post game brought to you by the law offices of Sorey and Hoover. And a timeout is going to be called on the play. And we're going to take a timeout. Let's go 30 seconds. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
If your loan isn't with Eastman Credit Union, you're missing out. Come to us for your next auto or RV loan. We'll do our best to find the loan that fits your budget and lifestyle. When you're ready for your loan, you can apply online, in a branch, or give us a call. Sign your documents from anywhere. We'll send the money when you're ready. Get 3 months with no payments, a great rate, and earn extraordinary dividends. ECU makes it convenient, and you leave happy.
Visit ECU for your next auto loan. It's what we do. Eastman Credit Union.
Johnny, what are you going to ask John King after this game?
I don't know.
I'm going to let you do the interview.
I'm going through my stat deal. Sometimes I'm off a little bit, but I don't think they've crossed, I'm talking about Legacy, I don't think they've crossed midfield against Longview's defense. I can't find a spot on here where they did.
I don't recall it.
They got close, but...
And then you get 2 defensive touchdowns on top of that by Longview.
Yeah.
It's 4th down and 9 now. They're going to go for it from the Legacy 30-yard line. Tutt rolls to his right, fires the ball. It's caught, and he keeps his feet, and he gets to the 20, to the 15-yard line, and a nice play by the receiver on that carry. And that, again, is number 27, Mackay Stewart. Threw it over the middle, found a hole in the defense. Stewart caught it, turned it upfield, and gained an extra 5 yards for a first down at the 16-yard line, rather.
Well, he made a good play, too, because he ran a turn in, and the ball was thrown. Instead of him waiting on the football, he came back, made the catch, then turned it into an impressive play.
1st and 10 Lobos. 6:52 left in the ball game, and another whistle on the play. There's a flag down over near the Legacy bench. It's against Longview. Again, looks like it must have been a false start. and they'll back it up 5 yards. For most of this ball game, even though it's gotten so out of hand, it hasn't gotten really sloppy, and we haven't had a ton of penalties in the game.
No. Sometimes when it gets like this, you get some cheap shots, too, and we haven't seen that either.
It hasn't been real chippy, that's true. 1st and 15 now, back at the 20-yard line. Lobos turn, handoff, outside, trying to find running room, gets to the 10. Now he fought to the 11 and got stopped short of the 10-yard line. And I believe that's Jonathan Lee that was on that run. And he got stopped. They'll mark it at the 13, so it'll be 2nd down and 7. And we're coming up on the 6-minute mark left in this ball game. After the game, we'll be talking to Coach John King about this 200th victory and what that might mean to him. All of those wins coming at Longview, the winningest coach in Lobo history. 2nd down now from the I formation. Turn, handoff, Jonathan Lee. Up the middle, finds a hole, walk the dog. Touchdown, Longview. 12-yard run by Jonathan Lee. Wow.
That gives him 9 carries for 53 yards and now a touchdown, and he's had an impressive game for him.
Everybody's had an impressive game tonight.
No kidding.
62-0. And in the ball game to kick the extra point, John Monsivas. Kick is up and it's good. And with 5:38 left in the ball game, 63-0. Longview on top of Tyler Legacy. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Jonathan Lee with a 12-yard touchdown run adds to the Tyler Legacy misery as Longview extends their lead to 63-0 on homecoming here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. It has not been a lot of fun for the Red Raiders tonight, and the Lobos have looked fantastic. The kickoff by Monsivius chases the return man back to the 3, picks it up at the 5, and is going to be swallowed back there. Great kickoff coverage by number 29, and that is John Kawich. So again, a lot of faces that we've not seen all this year, but they are making their presence known tonight.
Yeah, Jonathan Lee has 9 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown. Kelvin Washington got a touchdown. Guys that haven't even really played any this year, or very little.
It's going to be a fresh team going into Lufkin next week. I know that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Legacy starts at their own 6-yard line, and a whistle early. So something's going on.
Well, somebody came on late.
Okay.
And
there's a timeout call, so apparently there was some confusion one way or the other. We'll take a 30-second timeout with him. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
September 3rd is Bacon Day. September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr, matey. September 25th is Comic Book Day. But any day is a good day to save big on crazy fast internet and unlimited data. Get Cable Links broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data together for under $25 per month. We make it easy to switch. Plus, everything wireless in your home connects best with true broadband speeds and no buffering. There's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Save big on your internet every day. Get Cable Links broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data under $25 per month.
Don't miss out. Ask how to qualify for free or discounted internet service. Email support at cablelinks.com or call 800-903-0508. Some restrictions will apply. Many factors affect speed.
Jonathan Wolf, check that, new quarterback in the ball game. Looks like number 15, Landon Miller. And he ran the zone read and made the bad decision to keep it, and he got jacked up at about the he made it out to the 10 for a 4-yard gain, but he took some punishment. A lot of fresh faces in the game for the Lobo defense. Pitching a shutout right now with 4:55 to play. Play action fake. The left-handed quarterback throws it behind the receiver. Number 8, Zabrian Hood. Incomplete. Landon Miller, the new quarterback in the game. And it's 3rd down and 6, and the clock stops with 4:40 remaining in the ball game.
I got to tell you, you start running crossing routes with your backup quarterback into the teeth of the defense. That's a good way to get your receivers really hurt. At this point in the game, I'd just run it and run this clock out.
Try to get out of here alive. Yeah. 3rd down and 6. Landon rolls to his left, throws a left-handed pass out of bounds. Miller incomplete. It's going to be 4th down. Send the punt team on. I guess you got to give the kid a chance to get some plays in, but just nothing working tonight for Tyler Legacy.
More than likely, Longview's going to end up after this, unless they don't turn it over or something. We're going to have pretty good field position again.
Can they be put in the top 10 in 6A? Yeah. Just asking. The punt by Baxter. It's short. Oh, a dangerous try to catch it, and he did catch it at the 36-yard line. I believe that was number 28, Javian Robertson, who fielded that punt, and he had to dive to catch it. And it gives Longview, again, terrific field position at the Tyler Legacy 36-yard line, like they need good field position right now. Wow, what a performance.
And I suspect this is the last possession Longview's going to have in this game. With 4:24 to go.
Lobos handed off. Right side, breaking a tackle, getting to the 20-yard line. This time, Alex Hawkins. Everybody gets a touch. Check that. My mistake. It's number 20, Kelvin Washington. What am I saying? Kelvin Washington. We should just automatically assume it's Washington when he busts an explosive play.
That's his 50th yard rush tonight, and he's got a touchdown. So 6 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown.
1st and 10, Longview.
If they give it to him again, he's liable to go right in for another touchdown.
It's possible. They'll hand it off, and this time a hole opens and then closes in a hurry. And the carry was made by Brandavian Steverson. Steverson fights to get to the 14-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd down and 4 with 3:24 to go in the ball game. $3:15 to go. Clock ticking. Longview taking its time. They'd really like to get out of here, and I'm sure Coach King doesn't want to put too many more points on the board. But you can't keep your kids from scoring if they're out there playing hard.
No, Now, when you got your second bunch in there, they want to try to score.
Handoff up the middle. Fullback fights for tough yardage. It's Jose Soto. And Soto is tackled by number 20 for Tyler Legacy, Brantley Hooper. 3rd down and 1. 2:35 to go in the ball game. John King and the Longview Lobos about to go to 3-0 and head down south for a trip into the piney woods of East Texas to take on the Lufkin Panthers next week. That's a 7:30 kickoff at Abe Martin Stadium. Here's another handoff right up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown! Brandavian Steverson. 12 yards. And the scoring parade just continues to rain on Tyler Legacy.
Yeah, well, that's the play where he just dives in the line and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. And I got to tell you, after that, there just wasn't very much effort by anybody but Steverson, and he carried it in for the score.
Extra point try by John Monsivius. Kick is blocked. And that is the first bad thing that's happened all night long to the Longview Lobos, as they're going to be held down below 70 at this point unless there's something that's changed it. Nope, it's going to stand. It's 69-0. Longview on top. 2:06 to play. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Did you know that you can make your current home your perfect home with an ECU home equity loan? Need another room? Want to remodel the kitchen or just need repairs? Whatever your situation, we've got a loan for that. Whether you have a lot of equity in your home or just a little, Eastman Credit Union has a home equity loan option that's right for you. Visit ecu.org/home equity to learn more or apply today. ECU is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Brandavian Steverson with a 12-yard touchdown run with 2:06 left in the game. Makes it 69-0. Longview on top of Legacy. And a run up to get the extra point, and the ball is fumbled, and there's a scramble for a loose football. And it looks like Legacy may have come up with it, but boy, there's been a battle for it, and there's still a battle in the pile right now. And you know what kind of stuff goes on underneath there. Lobos want that football. But it's going to be Legacy's football. 1st and 10. And they'll spot it at the 15-yard line.
You know, this is kind of what happens when the game gets this lopsided. You got guys for Longview that hadn't been get to play all year, and they're playing 100%, and the other team's still playing their starters, and they've pretty much, shut it down.
1st and 10. Red Raiders. Oh, big hit back there. I'm telling you,
I think
Kylan Sublett jacked up the running back in the backfield for a loss on the play to the 12-yard line. Here's the schedule for Tyler Legacy coming up. They play at Texarkana against Texas High next week. That won't be easy. Texas High is good. They play at Mesquite, and then it really gets fun. Rockwall Heath, Mesquite Horn, Royce City, North Forney, and Rockwall. That is a bruiser. Here comes a handoff and a fake, and the quarterback's going to keep and take it around the left end, and he's going to be brought down back there. And the tackle made by number 36, Aiden James. 1:03 to go in the ball game.
Legacy's going to they're going to have to change some things.
You know, they're just working with a short stick this year. Young football team. You knew they had 9 returning starters? I mean, 9 missing starters on offense that they had to replace. It's 3rd down and 10. Handoff right up the middle and blasting out to about the 20 before being thrown back is the Legacy running back, number 28, Nathaniel Kirksey. 23 seconds to go. This may be the last of the game. They may not run another play.
I can't imagine that they would.
And that's going to do it. With 14 seconds to go, both teams head to the sidelines. And they'll come back out with the clock running down, and the ball game is about to come to an end with Longview winning it by a score of 69-0. John King with career win number 200, and it was easy tonight. Much easier, I think, than anybody would have thought, as the Lobos really put it on Tyler Legacy tonight to win the ball game 69-zip. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll recap the scoring. That'll take a while. And you are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to obtain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
Unit 1, move out. Roger. Unit 2, move out.
10-4.
Unit 3, move out.
Got it.
Remember, men, your mission is to find every nook and cranny the enemy can use to infiltrate this premises. Then it will be your duty to neutralize the invaders with extreme prejudice.
Copy that.
Roger.
Moving out. Don't let the pest take over your home. Shut down the operation today. Call the Bug Police to patrol your property at 553-9003 or visit them online at thebugpolice.com. The Bug Police. They shoot to kill and aim to please.
September 3rd is Bacon Day. September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr, matey. September 25th is Comic Book Day. But any day is a good day to save big on crazy fast internet and unlimited data. Get Cable Link's broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data together for under $25 per month. We make it easy to switch. Plus, everything wireless in your home connects best with true broadband speeds and no buffering. There's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Save big on your internet every day. Get Cable Link's broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data under $25 per month.
Don't miss out. Ask how to qualify for free or discounted internet service. Email support at cablelinks.com or call 800-903-0508. Some restrictions will apply. Many factors affect speed.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to obtain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a the treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
Extra yardage checking special at Telco Plus Credit Union. Gain the extra yardage you need by opening a Telco Plus checking account. Open one new checking with promo code 50yards to earn $50. Telco Plus' checking account have 2-day early deposits, instant issue debit cards, and a lot more. Offer September 1st through 30th, 2022. Visit telcoplus.org for full details and restrictions. Federally insured by the NCUA. Must complete 7 purchases by October 14th to earn $50.
Welcome to the Longview Lobo postgame show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by the law offices of Story and Hoover on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brian Houston back at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium with Johnny Vaughn. We've just seen the Longview Lobos look every bit like the number one team in the state as they roll over Tyler Legacy tonight by a score of 69-0. Recapping the scoring in the first quarter, the first possession for Longview, they took it 72 yards. Jordan Allen with a bootleg pass to Elijah Johnson from 6 yards out made it 7-0 with 6:33 to go in the first quarter. To Darian Boone then followed with a partial block of a punt. That set up a Taylor Tatum 9-yard touchdown run, made it 14-0 with 1:36 to go in the quarter. That's how the quarter ended. In the second quarter, Lobos stopped Legacy on 4th and 1 at the Tyler Legacy 34-yard line. And Johnny, you mentioned it before, that may have been the turning point in the ball game because on the very next play, Jordan Allen hit Jalen Hale for 34 yards and a touchdown, made it 21-0. Longview with 11:49 to go in the first half. And then the defense gets into action. Darian Boone recovers a bad option pitch in the end zone for a touchdown to make it 28-0 Longview with 11:02 to play in the half. On the next possession, Billy Smith intercepts a deflected pass and runs it back 15 yards for a score. That made it 35-0 with 10:53 to go in the half. It's not over. Taylor Tatum with a 22-yard touchdown run with 6:43 to go made it 42-0. And then it was an Allen to Frederick Hawkins 13-yard touchdown pass with 16 seconds to go to make it 49-0 at the half. Second half, mostly a lot of backups, people that don't normally get to play a lot. Kelvin Washington put on a show in the third quarter with a 52-yard kickoff return, followed by a 13-yard touchdown run to make it 56-0. He then later recovered a fumble on the sidelines to give Longview the ball back. We go into the fourth quarter. It's 56-0 after the 3 quarters of play. Jonathan Lee adds a 12-yard touchdown run to make it 63-0. And then Brandavian Steverson finishes it off with a 12-yard run for a 69-0 lead. The point after, no good. That's the only thing bad that happened tonight for Longview is missing that extra point. They scored with 2:05 to go in the final score, 69-0. Longview over Tyler Legacy.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable effort on the part of Longview. I don't think even Coach King can find anything that went wrong tonight. A lot of guys got to get to play, and I tell you, that's the kind of stuff that's important because if you're a backup and you never get any action, you can, over the course of the season sometimes just lose interest. You need those guys to play some because sometimes somebody's going to have to step up, and everybody played tonight, and I got to tell you, every one of those guys that have not played much looked great tonight. They made play after play.
It was a complete effort by everybody that got on the field tonight. I don't think you can find much wrong with anything that happened. And the main thing about this is nobody got hurt. Or at least we don't know if anybody got hurt.
It wasn't evident that anybody
That's
got
right.
hurt.
So
let's put it that way.
I would think I never saw anybody having to be helped off the field or anything the whole night long, as opposed to Tyler Legacy, where they got beat up tonight and had a lot of people getting injured, and they still got, again, 7 games to go. But the bottom line is Longview goes to 3-0. They win all 3 games convincingly. Haven't had a real contest yet. John King wins number 200. And we're going to take a timeout and hope to be talking to him shortly. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores? Call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALL-DAN.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to obtain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Bish's RV is a bit new around here, so we have questions. What exactly is bigger in Texas? Is it really everything, or is it just high school football? We can't wait to see for ourselves every Friday night with our Longview Lobos family. Bish's is built on family and fun and lifelong memories. Sounds like football in Texas, right? So we got your back every pregame, tailgate, postgame, after party, and everything in between. Go Lobos! Bish's RV, where memories begin.
Not all damage is preventable.
Oh no, the squid monster's attacking our ship! We're going down!
But it is forgivable.
There's a waterfall coming down the stairs!
And fixable.
Flood Out Restoration specializes in residential and commercial water and fire damage restoration. Our services include fast action disaster recovery from fires, water extraction, and structural drying and mold remediation. We coordinate with your insurance company to reduce stress and restore your property quickly to get you back on your feet. FloodOutRestoration.com.
Extra yardage checking special at Telco Plus Credit Union. Gain the extra yardage you need by opening a Telco Plus checking account. Open one new checking with promo code 50YARDS to earn $50. Telco Plus's checking account have 2-day early deposits, instant issue debit cards, and a lot more. Offer September 1st through 30th, 2022. Visit telcoplus.org for full details and restrictions. Federally insured by the NCUA. Must complete 7 purchases by October 14th to earn $50.
Do you know any experienced health professionals? If so, the team at Christus Good Shepherd would love to meet them. Call us today at 833-315-GOOD and you could receive $1,500 for the referral. We need associates in surgery, lab, imaging, nursing, respiratory, and therapy. At Christus, we value what each individual brings to our mission and aim to create a culture where quality of work and quality of life live harmoniously. It's a win-win. Call today, 833-315-4663.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Unit 1, move out. Roger. Unit 2, move out.
10-4.
Unit 3, move out.
Got it.
Remember, men, your mission is to find every nook and cranny the enemy can use to infiltrate this premises. Then it will be your duty to neutralize the invaders with extreme prejudice.
Copy that.
Roger.
Moving out. Don't let the pest take over your home. Shut down the operation today. Call the Bug Police to patrol your property at 553-9003 or visit them online at thebugpolice.com. The Bug Police. They shoot to kill and aim to please. Soapy's Car Wash, a longtime sponsor of Longview Lobo football. Now with their 3rd location in Lakeport, plus the original on Highway 80 and their self-serve location on Wall Street in Longview. For savings and convenience, get a monthly pass good at the Highway 80 location or in Lakeport.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Once again, Soapy's Car Wash is proud to support Longview Lobo football. Go Lobos!
Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, where the Longview Lobos, number 1 ranked in the state, did nothing to change that tonight. They beat Tyler Legacy by a score of 69-0, and we are delighted to be joined by a man who's just won his 200th game tonight, Coach John King of the Longview Lobos. Coach, it's hard to find anything negative to say tonight.
I thought it was a pretty good night overall. Defensively, got away with a shutout. I thought we made big plays. Didn't give up many first downs. I don't know how many it was. Got 2 defensive scores. Then offensively we made big plays. Made them when we needed them. There were a couple of mishaps there that they caught us on a couple of things, and we had just bad plays called to it, but Jordan did a good job of doing something with nothing. But ran the ball good, threw the ball well, made big plays in the passing game. Jalen Nell had a big touchdown catch. Fred Hawkins got his first touchdown catch, and the plethora of running backs, I don't know. And Davian Stevenson scored. I know Boosie scored. And nice to see those guys getting action. And Joe Lee scored. So
I was going to say, Kelvin Washington put on a show in the third quarter, too.
Bad.
Kickoff return, touchdown run, fumble recovery, all in the third quarter.
I'd have to go like Bill Ford Tough Player of the Week when you think. Maybe we get the boy
I'm telling you,
on that.
You might have a fight over that trophy, huh?
That's right.
I'm telling you. Coach, one of the things we thought in the first half, we thought the turning point in the ball game was when Joe Willis decided to go for it on 4th and 1 down there at his own 34-yard line. They had already been dominated in the first quarter by you guys. You're up 14-0. What'd you think about their decision to do it and your defense's response to that?
I've been there. You try to do something to stop the bleeding. I mean, and you have to think you can pick up a yard, and our defense stood strong. So, great stop by our guys. And come back. I guess we hit the big play to Jalen next night.
Very next play.
So you just got to roll the bones sometimes. I don't question any of the call like that. I mean, I've done it. We've had some that worked, some that didn't. But you just put trust in your kids.
Yeah, but it just turned the whole game by that point.
Sure, you get it, then maybe things are a little bit different. You don't, then bam, bam. So it kind of deflates you.
Speaking of bam, bam, those 2 defensive touchdowns. That was a bam, bam kind of a thing.
Yeah, Chase tipped the ball. Billy Smith picked it, and they pitched one on the ground, and I think it was Boone that got on it in the end zone.
Yeah. Billy Smith looked like a receiver.
Billy Smith's talented now. He also plays a little tight end. So.
Oh, really?
He caught the ball and hit it right to the goal. That's pretty impressive.
Billy's an athlete. I can tell you that he's faster than he looks. He's stronger than he think he is, and he's just no tough cop. Now, he's a tough football player.
3-0 now. Go ahead, Johnny.
I was going to say, I've really been impressed with Jordan Allen's plays the first 3 games. I mean, he's made a lot of good decisions. I know you got to be pleased with what he's doing.
I'm very pleased with Jordan. I'm going to tell you, a key throw for us, opening drive, we get whatever 3rd and medium, and we run the back out of the backfield on a read middle, and they blitz him. He hits the back. I mean, Jordan Allen 2 years ago had gotten sacked.
Yeah, I know.
He's playing like he knows what's going on. He's extremely intelligent. His body's changed. His skill set's changed. He's playing with more confidence. He's got great players around him, and Jordan manages the game. I did not intend for him to run those balls in the third quarter. Yeah. The first one was a play we thought we could get the backs on the edge, and they slant the front. He hadn't pulled it all week. Pulls it, gets 8 or 10, and then the second time he ran it, the tailback went the wrong way, so it was a busted play, and he had to run with it. I wish he'd have thrown up the stands at his mama. I didn't even get hit. Whatever, it's 40, whatever to nothing. But, that was the deal. We were going to go with him to open the second half and go a drive and come in with Andrew. So, but he took some shots. But anyway, going back to him, he is playing with so much confidence, and I've told you, proud of the kid. I mean, people, you want to talk about a guy that's earned everything he's got. Yeah. Started out as a freshman B-team guy and turns around and be a 3-year varsity starter for the Lobos, and he's playing extremely well.
Now, he's not really a running quarterback, but when he does, he's low to get down. If he gets by the first wave, nobody really anxious about hitting him.
He's almost 200 pounds. Yeah. He runs better than you think he does, and he'll run with some physicality. He ain't scared to lower his shoulders, and he's going to have to learn how to get down, though.
You got to keep him healthy for the rest of the year.
Yeah, got to stay healthy. But no, Jordan's playing well.
And I've got to ask you, okay, win number 200. What does that mean to you?
We're 1-0 tonight, and that's really, in truth, that's my biggest thing every week. Let's get 1-0, and but to say that I've been here long enough to win 200 games means I've been here a while, and it means there's stability in this program. I think it starts with our administration and the support we get there. Great coaching staff, excellent players, great players, and they've won 200 games. I hadn't won anything. My name's on it because I'm the head coach. Great community to coach in. Athletic trainers, great support to high school, feeder programs. I think stability is the key. If you look at our program, we ain't had much turnover. There's a couple of years we've had some coaches leave, but, it's not very often. And I think those things are key. And, Coach Collins told me a long time ago, you got to have a plan, and you need to execute the plan. And we get a plan together, whether it's year-round plan for our kids, or whether it's a weekly plan for practice, or whether it's a game plan for the call sheets. I mean, we get a plan together, and we try to go execute it and know who you are and do things that your kids can do and do well.
Well, you've obviously done that for a long time, done it very well at a very high level.
Well, like I told you, the things that lead to that, and it always goes back to those players. And gosh almighty, 19 years, and I don't know how many thousands of kids I've coached here at Longview, and ain't many of them I don't remember their name, but it's been fun, and I'm hoping I can get 19 more.
You mentioned that off the air last week that you needed to get more kids on the field. You were worried about not getting a lot of kids to play, and tonight they got a whole half. Yeah. What's that mean to your kids and to the program when you're able to empty your bench like that?
You get one shot at high school football, and you want every kid to enjoy it. You hate to see kids that are moping or sad after games they didn't get enough playing time. And look, I'll tell them, look, you may not play. I can't tell you that. It's going to come down to us we're making decisions, doing the things we need to do to win the game. That's number one. If we can get everybody in, get them involved, we will. But when they all get to play, it sure helps practice the next week. It sure helps with just their mentality, their approach to practice, trying to get better. When a kid just feels lost and not involved, sometimes they don't work as hard, and they go in a hole. And sometimes you don't get them out because they don't. Sometimes they can't see the forest for the trees. You know what I mean? They don't see the light in the tunnel. Or hey, I'm one step away from being the guy. Or, if I keep improving, chances are I can get on the field as a member of the kickoff team or the kickoff return. There's ways you can play football. It's a unique sport, and you got 88 starters. If you look at all offense, defense, all the kicking teams, there's a way to get on the field somehow. I mean, we've traveled 3 kickers. All 3 of them played. I mean, that doesn't happen all the time,
No.
But glad to get them in a game.
Absolutely. All right, Lufkin is winning tonight against A&M Consolidated. Last time we looked at the score, it was 31-14 in the fourth quarter. Get to see your old buddy Todd Quick down at A. Martin Stadium. It's a long, heated, bust them in the mouth kind of a rivalry, and it always has been. Talk a little bit about that game before we turn you loose so you can run to College Station again.
Yeah, well, it ain't going to be no different this year. I tell you, get ready. You got to go to A. Martin Stadium. It is a tough place to go play at. Lufkin's gotten better each and every week. They're back to being Lufkin. They're playing with physicality, back in the even front defense. Had a chance to watch them against Tyler Legacy on tape, and they're just a different football team. It's kind of cycling back for those guys, but Todd Quick's a great friend of mine, always has been since the day I got here. He and I were assistants together, and we kind of developed a relationship, and we both hung around the same school long as to become the head coach. But we're going to have to play well. We're going to have to go do the things we need to do to win the game. And when I say that, I'm talking about limit the pre-snap penalties, no turnovers, create turnovers on defense. Don't give up big plays. But I'm not surprised at the score. Lufkin, they had a down year last year, had some things happen that ended a 20-something year playoff streak, and they got the jaw set. So we got to go there. First district ball game. And it's our first couple are real tough before we had open week, so they're one at a time, and we're going to have to load up, go down there and play well, and I think we will. It just comes back to doing the things we need to do to be good as a football team. Be ready, Lobo Nation. It'll be a packed house. I'm talking about an old-time religion now.
Oh, now it is great.
I got an important question. Can we count on you to come to the press box?
Get their phone out. I ain't going to the dang stuff. We're going to do that one from the field.
I knew the answer to that.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll walk all the way up except them last 3 steps. Get me, man. Have you ever been in that box?
Yeah, Coach, I worked there for 6 years. I walked those steps every ball game for 6 solid years, and I was a young man then. I don't want to do that stuff now. I'm just telling you.
I mean, that is the worst 3 steps. I mean, I think I pulled a hip flexor last time we was there. No. Get your phone out.
So, one question before I do let you go. So, what's your travel itinerary for tomorrow now? You get, 2 hours of sleep and then head straight to College Station?
Travel itinerary changed tonight. We're going to College Station tonight.
Are you?
Yeah. We're going to stay tonight and get up and go watch the Aggies play. And
what time do they kick tomorrow?
2:30.
Okay, so at least it's not an 11 o'clock kick. Huh?
Last weekend, we got into we got up about 4 o'clock and you had into 3-hour rain delay. Got home about midnight. I felt like one of them truckers seeing them black dogs cross the road. Wow. So we're not doing that again.
Well, I'm glad you get to go tonight, and I'm glad you're going to be able to enjoy the ride.
Well, it'll be good. That knot left my stomach after, the score got out of hand there, but I'm sure I'll wake up with one in my stomach tomorrow going to watch
It'll be worse tomorrow. No doubt.
Oh, man, the only time I get released when they're on defense.
Yeah, that's what you needed to double your stress right now, right?
Well, I was sitting there the other day, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? You're not playing. If I'm feeling this way, I wonder how he's feeling. He's just going to have fun, go play ball. I got to learn how to control that.
Finding out what it's like to be a dad watching a football player, that's tough, boy, especially the quarterback.
Oh, my gosh.
If you thought it was bad in high school, it must be awful in college.
Yeah, I could get my hands on it in high school. It was close. And I could say things to him his mama couldn't hear, and she didn't need to hear.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Coach, it's great to watch you guys play tonight. Fantastic performance, and congratulations on win number 200, and good luck tomorrow at College Station with the Aggies.
Thank you. They get real next week now.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have a chance to get in the playoffs. It starts next week, so we're going to play good. Thank you.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot, Coach. John King. John King with the Longview Lobos. We're going to take a quick time out, and then we'll get out of here. You're listening to Longview Lobo Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN.
September 3rd is Bacon Day. September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr, matey. September 25th is Comic Book Day. But any day is a good day to save big on crazy fast internet and unlimited data. Get Cable Link's broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data together for under $25 per month. We make it easy to switch. Plus, everything wireless in your home connects best with true broadband speeds and no buffering. There's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Save big on your internet every day. Get Cable Link's broadband up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data under $25 per month.
Don't miss out. Ask how to qualify for free or discounted internet service. Email support at cablelinks.com or call 800-903-0508. Some restrictions will apply. Many factors affect speed.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Brian Houston with Johnny Vaughn about to wrap it up and get out of here. It's an empty Rose Stadium now after a 69-0 win. Longview beats Tyler Legacy by a score of 69 zip. They are 3-0 now. John King wins number 200. Johnny, any final thoughts before we turn you loose for the weekend?
Well, I think it's an impressive performance by Longview. Longview has gotten better every game, and apparently they're going to need that because Lufkin looks like, was that a final?
It was in the fourth quarter, the last thing I saw.
So they're beating a top 10 team, and that's going to be a tough game there next week.
Always is.
So it's not going to get any easier, but tonight you saw the firepower of Longview, 69-0.
Yep. Excellent performance. Johnny, thank you so much again tonight for a great time. Enjoyed the ball game. Enjoyed working with you as always.
You bet.
And thanks very much to Matt Morton. Does a great job producing the ball games back at the station. We really appreciate your hard work as well, Matt. Again, want to ask you to join us next Friday night. Kickoff is at 7:30 at Abe Martin Stadium. Longview against Lufkin, the renewal of a great East Texas rivalry. We'll have the John King Show for you starting at 7 o'clock, and then kickoff at 7:30. So once again, please join us then. The final score tonight, once again, the final Longview 69, Tyler Legacy nothing. I'm Brian Houston for Johnny Vaughn. Thanks very much for listening. We'll talk to you next week. You are listening to Longview Lobo Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Bigger, faster, stronger, more experienced, just better. This is who we are, and they know it too.
You've been listening to Longview Lobo High School Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
The Longview Lobo Football Radio Network, presented by Peter Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview. Longview Kilgore Cable TV. The law offices of Story and Hoover. Eastman Credit Union. First Choice Personnel. Sophie's Car Wash. Bish RV of Longview. Christus Good Shepherd Medical Center. The Bug Police. Flood Out Restoration. McDaniel's Quality Body Works. And Telco Plus Credit Union. This is the Lobo Nation on the Longview Lobos Radio Network. 106.5 Jack FM.